multiple. I just turned down somebody else.
Bro, did you see the crowd mic they bring to road games? It's crazy, bro. It's like on a stilt.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Here on the other side of the All-Star break from Veterans Field, it's Harbor Hawks baseball on the Harbor Hawks Baseball Network. The Hyannis Harbor Hawks set to take on the Chatham Anglers. Charlie Adams alongside Max Schwartzberg will be joined later on by Quincy Bell here on the broadcast. Max, 2 days off and the Harbor Hawks back at it against an Eastern opponent.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's going to be a nice, well-rested 2 days. Of course, this is the third time this season they've had back-to-back off days. The first two were unscheduled, but with it being the All-Star break, some time for the team to just take a little bit of a reset, both mentally and physically. It's been a long season, but they still got 12 games and 14 days to go. They cannot take their foot off the pedal.
And Max Schwartzberg caught up with skipper Mitch Carricker ahead of the game.
Max Schwartzberg joined alongside manager Mitch Carricker ahead of tonight's action against Chatham. Coach, you're coming off All-Star weekend. This is kind of the final stretch, 12 games in 14 days. How do you want the guys to gear up for the final marathon of the season?
Yeah, I think just take it one game at a time. I mean, we've got a good opponent in Chatham tonight. They've played us tough every time we've played them. So let's just take care of the first pitch tonight and then go from there.
The last time you were here at Veterans Field, you kind of had a win taken away with the whole fog out and then going back to the sixth inning. But I'm not going to ask how does that affect tonight's game. I know you guys got a mission to play a great baseball game, but I was just wondering how would you assess how the team has developed and kind of matured since that point towards the end of June?
Yeah, I mean, I think, we've obviously had a lot of changes in terms of the roster and that kind of stuff. I think we have some guys in here now that they understand what the mission is. They understand that, we got 12 games left with a good spot to, potentially clinch the division and put ourselves in a good spot for the playoffs. And so, like I said, we're taking it one game at a time. I think the guys had a really good prep work today, early work, and then BP here. And so they're in a really good spot. I think the 2 off days was really good for them, and excited to see them go tonight.
One of those guys that certainly understands the mission, Brody Briggs. He was a 2025 Hawk day one. Of course, great leadership presence. What is he going to do for you guys both on and off the field through this final stretch?
Yeah, I mean, I think, Brody was right in the middle of the fire at the end there when we, dropped a tough one to Bourne to end our season. He wants to remedy that and, push us a little bit further this season. And so excited to see him back in the lineup for us. Obviously, like you said, he brings the leadership aspects, but he's a really good player. He catches really well. His swing looks really good today. So excited to watch him go.
Thanks, Coach, and good luck. Guys, back to you.
Well, Max, Mitch Carricker hands the ball to Michael Mechna for his third start of the season. He's taken the loss in the first 2 he's had here on the Cape.
And his last start was a little bit better, just 1 run over 3 innings pitched, but it's been the free passes so far through 2 starts, 5 walks in 5 innings pitched, but he only allowed 1 hit this last time out. He's got some really nice swing and miss stuff. Yes, that was against a tough Katuitt team.
Well, the man he's throwing to tonight, his battery mate, is Brody Briggs. Not new to the Harbor Hawks, but new this season, making his Cape League debut this year. And our own Ethan Wax caught up with him pregame.
I'm here with Hyannis Harbor Hawk icon and Arizona State superstar, Brody Briggs. And Brody, for the fans that don't know your game, what are you getting? What are they getting out of you?
I'm just gonna try to compete out there. Every pitch is just compete and go to war with the other team.
What did you learn about last year's stint that you can hopefully learn from and apply to this year?
Yeah, you gotta just know it's a tough league, right? It's gonna come with ups and downs. So I think just try to keep steady head and keep competing.
And this Chatham team is obviously right in the playoff mix. What kind of win would this be for you guys in your first game back tonight?
I mean, I think just take it day by day, and every game's big at this point. We're just trying to get on a run here, and try to win every pitch, and the result's the result.
Post All-Star break, let's get it going.
Let's do it.
Thanks, guys.
Let's do it.
I think, Dean, they're allowing you to find your own success and your own true independence.
Dean is a whole group of all different kinds of people and communities.
Since I've come to Dean, I've learned a lot of time management skills.
Our community is especially tight-knit, and the majority of our students live on campus. And you are guaranteed 4 years of housing while you attend Dean.
Dean is just full of opportunities for you to embrace, to welcome, so you can change yourself to who you want to be and form your career for the future.
So go through that, all right? Think that way.
Be a bulldog. Have a bulldog mentality in everything you do in life, whether you're playing sports or in the classroom or just socializing around campus.
When it comes to delicious food, the best place to start is with great appliances. And Cam Appliances is your one-stop shop for any budget with brands like Thermador, Viking, Bosch, GE, and so much more. Cam Appliances, sales, delivery, installation, and service in the heart of your home with locations in Hyannis, Nantucket, and Hanover.
Welcome back to the Harbor Hawks Baseball Network. The Chatham A's taking the field here from Veterans Field in their home whites as we meet the Harbor Hawks batting order, led off by Matt Einish, followed by Jax Jimenez, Andrew Lamb, Caden Miller, Clay Thompson, Henry Zener, Taylor Kirk, Brody Briggs, and J.C. Davis batting ninth today. 3 righties in the Harbor Hawks lineup. Good change to see.
I believe the last time that happened was 12 days ago, July 8th against Orleans. So it's been a while for the Harbor Hawks, and that's been a result of just not having too many right-handers on the bench, but with a couple additions as of late, the team is looking a lot more balanced, and that's got to feel good for Mitch Carricker, who's now got some more options.
The Harbor Hawks will face a righty on the mound. It's Kaysen Ranieri from Texas Tech. The sophomore has made 1 appearance on the Cape League summer, with 6 strikeouts across 3 2/3, making his first start of the season a fastball, curveball, changeup mix. Spent his freshman season at Hawaii before transferring to Texas Tech for his sophomore year, where he had 13 appearances and 6 starts. A 4-2 record across an 8.68 ERA. Jax Jimenez, the switch hitter in the Harbor Hawks lineup, will bat from the left side. He'll be on deck after Matt Einish steps up to the plate to lead things off. It's a beautiful day out from Veterans Field. Not a cloud in the sky, at least above our heads. Some lower down and no fog creeping in. It's not that time of night. But hopefully this time around it doesn't come into play.
Chatham's only had one fog out this season and was the one against Hyannis on June 27th, so they've avoided it in that sense, although I got to say tonight looks a lot better, at least so far. Of course, what really matters is what the night's looking around 9:30 at night, but lots of blue skies and just a beautiful day for baseball.
Leading off for Hyannis, the third baseman from West Virginia, number 15, Matt Hyannis.
Matt Hyannis steps up to the batter's box. Harbor Hawks in the orange jerseys here for the road. Ranieri's first pitch upstairs. 1-0, and we are officially underway at 7 p.m. here from Veterans Field. Fouled into the netting. Counts even 1-1. Just getting going from Chatham, Massachusetts here on the Harbor Hawks Baseball Network. Ranieri's 1-1 pitch upstairs. Missing high twice, now 2-1.
Hyannis's first game for the Harbor Hawks was June 28th, so the day after that fog out. So he doesn't really have that same understanding of how this field plays.
3-1 count to Matt Hyannis. Michael Mechna is warming up in the Harbor Hawks bullpen here in the top of the first. As the 3-1 pitch from Ranieri finds the zone, and the count runs full to the leadoff man, 3-2.
Great crowd on hand as well tonight. I mean, with a day like today, not much of a surprise.
Full count pitch, fouled into the netting, and we stay alive here. Hyannis alive on the full count. And Hyannis was 1 for 4 at Orleans. Right before the All-Star break here, swing and a miss. And Ranieri wins the full count battle with the strikeout.
He went to an elevated fastball, and he pretty much stayed high in that entire at-bat. Hyannis had his eye levels changed because he saw a breaking ball the pitch prior that started in the same location. So that pitch tunneling made a big difference there, and he sends it in the same spot. Hyannis recognizes the location, but he's just well too late.
Ranieri with his first strikeout. As the first pitch to Jax Jimenez, grounded to second base, thrown on by Manolfi to Tyler Howe at first base. And 2 quick outs here in the top of the first.
You may recognize Manolfi, but we are not playing the Whitey Red Sox. He's only played 1 game with the Chatham A's after being released from Scott Pickler's Red Sox, and another chance on the Cape to make an impact.
The left side of the infield has Jack Bell, who's no stranger to the Cape League as well, at third base. And Junior Milwaukee at shortstop. Your outfield left to right is Bino Waters, Guzman, and Johnson. 1-0 to Andrew Lamb. Eddie Marshall's doing the catching here tonight for Ranieri. 1-0 pitch. Fouled to the backstop. Counts 1-1. 2 down here in the top of the first. It's Jack Bell at shortstop, Milwaukee at third base. That was the 1-1, a called strike. Count 1-2. J.C. Fernandez, the home plate umpire. Jeffrey Merzel at first base, and Jeff Mertzel at third base. One-two turned around to left center field. Sent out to Bino Waters, who has it for the final out of the top of the first. A 1-2-3 frame for Ranieri on the mound. The Harbor Hawks and Anglers head to the bottom half here on Harbor Hawks Baseball Network.
You can make any bat feel lighter by adding a velo puck knob. Instead of having to go get a whole entirely new bat, you can simply add the puck to it. Players can use this with any bat. It's basically going to shift the weight of the bat a little bit more towards the hands. Players are able to hit the ball a lot harder just by simply adding the puck on.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
A 1-2-3 frame from Case and Ranieri as the Chatham offense heads to the plate. Led off by Ty Manolfi, as we mentioned, coming from Yarmouth Dennis, followed by Bino Waters, who's been with Chatham all season long. Junior Milwaukee coming off the home run derby, batting third for the Anglers, playing shortstop or playing third base. Ty Peoples at DH tonight, batting cleanup. Tyler Howe, Jack Bell, Eddie Marshall, Cole Johnson, and Armani Guzman round out the Anglers lineup, facing off against Michael Mechna, done warming up in the bullpen, and here on the main mound, ready for his third start of the Cape League summer.
If he can get rolling early, this could be a big matchup for Mechna, who's got the stuff, but it's just about the command. He's really struggled with free passes, and that's come back to bite him.
Look at the free passes for Michael Mechna. 5 walks and 6 strikeouts on the season. His last time out had 3 walks. First appearance, 2 walks. 5 innings pitched across 2 starts this year. The Oregon Duck. As Ty Manolfi takes the batter's box. Bottom of the first here on the Harbor Hawks Baseball Network. No score between Hyannis and Chatham. Mechna's 0-0 pitch. Starts Manolfi off downstairs for ball 1. One-0 count. Mechna right back to work. Swing and a miss. Evens us up. Ryan Bosch is in the Harbor Hawks dugout, towering over the rest of the team.
He's got to be standing on something. I mean, he is 6'8", but
sent out towards left field, foul. Ryan Bosch already tall individual, regardless of any additional help he needs.
I think there's a ledge on the side that he's standing on, kind of perpendicularly to the ground.
Upstairs on the 1-2 pitch. Count evens 2-2. Manolfi, the junior from Boston College. 2-2 pitch upstairs, and the count's full, 3-2. Both pitchers run the count full to the leadoff man in the first. Manolfi batting 178 across 21 games this summer. Again, we're split between Yarmouth Dennis and now Chatham, his second game, as the full count pitch grounded, takes a weird hop. Andrew Lamb goes down to get it and take it to the bag himself for the first out.
Struggled, as you said, to a 178 average, but I mean, I think that's a testament to how dominant and competitive it is for that Whitey offense. I mean, those guys are all batting 260 and up. Lots of guys in the 900 OPS ranges. So a guy like Manolfi, who would be, you know, an everyday guy anywhere else, just doesn't really get much of a chance at YD.
Mechna's first pitch to Bino Waters, chopped up the middle. Matt Einish fields, throws on to run in time to first base. 2 ground outs here to start off for Michael Mechna.
University of Georgia, number 13, Junior Milwaukee.
Comes up Junior Milwaukee. He's some trouble for Hyannis and really anyone on the Cape. 3 home runs on the summer.
Trouble for me, that's for sure. I'm saying his full name now, Levo Milwaukee. But, I mean, this guy's got a big presence in the box. Take a look at him. He's 6'5", 240.
He's up here with 2 outs and nobody on base in the bottom of the first. Takes ball 1.
Certainly passes the eye test. Be heading out to the SEC this upcoming fall out of Oregon.
Here's Mechna's 1-0. Swing and a miss, and 1-1 count. Milwaukee sent Chatham into the All-Star break with a walk-off third home run of the season. That's 3 home runs in 9 games. Here's the 1-1. Just missing outside, 2-1.
One of those home runs came against the Harbor Hawks. 2-run shot in the first inning against Hyannis a couple days ago. The only runs that Chatham was able to score as the pitching locked it down right after for 8 straight donuts.
2-1 pitch, fouled away, heading towards the parking lot. Multiple places to park here at Veterans Field. I'm parked in the more dangerous of the two, where that ball just headed.
Guess where I am? Right smack dab next to you.
Oh, all right.
I might have scraped your car on the way in, but just, no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I hope so. 2-2. Slash to right field, sending Jimenez back and against the wall. He makes the catch and tumbles.
Hey, let's go, Case.
Holds on to it for the final out, and a loud out at that. Another 1-2-3 inning as we're still scoreless heading to the second here on the Harbor Hawks Baseball Network.
When it comes to delicious food, the best place to start is with great appliances. And Cam Appliances is your one-stop shop for any budget with brands like Thermador, Viking, Bosch, GE, and so much more. Cam Appliances, sales, delivery, installation, and service in the heart of your home with locations in Hyannis, Nantucket, and Hanover.
If you need to dig, lift, move, grade, clear, or cut, pump, weld, clean, light, and just about anything else, dial up the rental source for the newest and the most reliable equipment in New England. Staffed with equipment and construction experts, Milton Rents, your local source.
Welcome back to the Harbor Hawks Baseball Network. The second inning is brought to you by Cape Cod Orthopedics. Hey fans, did you know Cape Cod Orthopedics is the region's largest orthopedic specialty group? As the premier provider of orthopedic care on Cape Cod, their team is committed to helping patients return to the activities they enjoy most. From diagnosis and treatment to rehabilitation and recovery, Cape Cod Orthopedics and Sports Medicine takes pride in delivering exceptional care and an outstanding patient experience. To learn more about their services, visit CapeCodOrtho.com. Top second here from Veterans Field. Charlie Adams alongside Max Schwartzberg as the Harbor Hawks went 1-2-3 in the top of the first, sending Caden Miller, Clay Thompson, and Henry Zener up to the plate. Clay Thompson, the newest addition to the Harbor Hawks lineup, along with Brody Briggs and Tyler Lang, who's on the bench today. Thompson was 0 for 3 in his debut, but he was hit by a pitch and stole second base, and you could see off that steal, he can run. Showed he could run at James Madison University in his redshirt sophomore season, and he also showed it prior at the JUCO level as well. Ball 1 to Caden Miller. Here's the 1-0. Inside 2-0. Well, it sounds like somebody's phone is going off, and that used to be my favorite Apple ringtone back before I realized you could just silence the phone. As the 2-0 pitch is upstairs, counts 3-0.
That was my uncle's ringtone.
That was my iPod Touch ringtone right there.
That was a while ago then. iPod Touch.
The 3-0 pitch and a 4-pitch walk to Caden Miller. Leadoff man reaches, and that walk is our free pass of the game, presented by Cape Cod Community College. Go to Cape Cod Community College for free. Every program, no tuition or fees for those who qualify. capecod.edu/free for more. First base runner on either side. Brings up Clay Thompson to the plate. Just getting used to playing on the Cape. His second game with the Harbor Hawks. And his ball 1 upstairs. as Kaysen Ranieri's not been able to find the zone after the short time spent on the bench in the bottom half.
Probably we'll see a take here. It's usually after 6 straight balls to open up an inning, but you never know.
Way upstairs, and that's a quick mound visit for Eddie Marshall, and he will be accompanied by the pitching coach here for Chatham as Jay Powell makes his way out of the dugout. Harbor Hawks have Sean Riley coaching third base today.
Maybe it's if they're winning with one coach, they'll stick with them. If they're losing, then they switch it up. Because it's just been back and forth between him and manager Mitch Carricker.
Should probably ask at some point.
We gotta at this point. It's not like a bad question to ask.
He hasn't been Mitch Carricker hasn't been at third base for a little bit now, it feels like.
Well, the team's been overall winning as of late. All right.
Could just be the answer. Just Sean was sick one day. Took over for a game.
We won.
Not
Bet
sure.
you a nickel he's taking here. I definitely am getting a nickel.
2-0 coming after the mound visit. Runner on first base, nobody out in the top of the second. He takes a strike. Thompson goes 2-1 at the plate. Two-one count. Ranieri's pitch. Fouled up and away towards the parking lot. Once again.
It's right by our area.
Well, we both parked behind the building. I assume you're by the same little building that looks like a trailer that can be temporary if need be. And it did seem like a little coverage for our cars.
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
2-2 count, nobody out. Top second. The pitch taken to right field. Caden Miller gets out of the way, and it's into right field for a base hit. Cole Johnson fields, throws back into the infield, and Clay Thompson has his first hit on the Cape.
Really nice swing right there. He honestly got sawed off a little bit, but he stayed inside the baseball and still hit it on the screws. Of course, had to kind of push that one to the opposite field, and heads up base running for Miller to freeze, allow it to pass him before taking second base. Hawks got something brewing here in the top of the second.
Henry Zener up to the plate here, batting .209 on the summer. Coming off of an 0 for 3 day where he extended his on-base streak, showed bunt, pulled back, 1-0 count. Was riding a hitting streak, was only able to keep the on-base streak alive with a walk.
7 games on base.
1-0, fouled away and caught a clean piece of J.C. Fernandez behind the plate. Tipped off Eddie Marshall and into the face mask of Fernandez, who doesn't look too worse for the wear. Everybody right back into the box, ready for the 1-1 pitch. Runners on first and second. Thompson off first base, Miller off second. Pitch, bunt shown once again, fouled off at the plate. 1-2. Zener hasn't been able to push one fair.
We've seen him go to the bunt consistently throughout the season. Remember that Falmouth game, the 3-0 win at Gov Fuller Field. He had that infield single on a bunt, which was first and second, nobody out. The exact same situation, although with 2 strikes. I'm sure Carrico will let him swing it, and a guy who's hit well in the month of July.
The 1-2 now, swung on and drilled up the middle. A grounder gets past, and here comes Caden Miller rounding third and in scoring, standing up. An RBI single, and runners right back on first and second with nobody out here in the top of the second inning.
Yeah, Zener says, hey, I don't need the bunt. Of course, nice right back where it was sent. I mean, this guy's just been a different hitter since the calendar turned to July. He's hitting over 330, and the strikeout rate has dropped down over 15%. We saw that right there, 2-strike approach.
So the on-base streak is healthy and heading to 8 games. As bunt shown now by Taylor Kirk. Ball in the dirt, gets away from Eddie Marshall. Both runners move up 90 feet. And that's massive with nobody out here at the top of the second. All it'll take now is a fly ball to score another run here for the Harbor Hawks. Taylor Kirk ahead 1-0. 1 for 4 on Friday. Playing in his 22nd game of the summer. Heading to UCLA in the fall. Transferring from Fordham. Counts 2-0.
Kirk, another guy who, like Zehners, had a much better July. Hit just 103 in June, and his average just under 300 in July. I think the big difference is he's felt a lot more comfortable up there. You can just tell his ABs are much better.
The 2-0 sent out, could be trouble. Drops in front of Cole Johnson in right field. Runner across to score. Clay Thompson has Henry Zehners up to third base. And another run in for Hyannis. It's 2-0.
Well, there you go. Some hard hit balls, some not so hard hit balls, but this is baseball where it doesn't really matter. Just dunks it in as the right fielder Johnson was shaded way back for the RBI knock.
Zehner at third base. Taylor Kirk at first. Nobody out in the top of the second, and a 2-0 lead for Hyannis as Brody Briggs welcomes himself back to Hyannis. First pitch upstairs, and Ranieri has lost it this inning.
I got to say, it is a nice feeling seeing that stance over in the batter's box. Very nice welcoming sight. Brody Briggs, this guy is a phenomenal baseball player. He's also a phenomenal human, a huge leader in the clubhouse. He's going to be a big impact down the stretch for Hyannis.
The 1-0 pitch is popped up sky high, stays on the infield, and brought in by Jack Bell at shortstop. First out of the inning. Brody Briggs can't get it deep enough to score Zehner from third base. As J.C. Davis takes the plate with 1 down and 2 on. Runner on the move. Off to second base, and the throw into center field from Marshall will score Zehner from third. Taylor Kirk is at third base, taking Zehner's spot. Harbor Hawks have a third run.
That's a big mistake from Eddie Marshall. I mean, it was a shortstop covering, but I mean, this throw was over towards Uganda. That was nowhere near anybody. And Kirk steals the bag. Zehner comes in to score on what is going to be an E2. Now it's time to have the big inning to really add on some insult and to just continue to extend the lead.
3-0 lead for Hyannis as the pitch fouled off by Davis. Makes the count 1-1. The sun setting here. Fully shaded field outside of Cole Johnson in right field. Just a sliver left at Veterans Field on the playing surface as ball in play from J.C. Davis, fielded by the shortstop Bell, throw on to first in time, and Taylor Kirk stays put at third base. Big second out.
And it worked for Chatham to bring the infield in because that was hit so slowly. If they had the infield back, that certainly would have been a run for Hyannis.
Harbor Hawks hopes to not leave a runner 90 feet away from extending the lead to 4 as the lineup flips over and Einish fouls it off into the netting. Against Orleans, the Harbor Hawks were able to pick up a rally in the 8th inning. 4 straight singles, including a bunt single from Jax Jimenez. Counts 1-1. Harbor Hawks with 3 runs in the inning and 3 straight singles this time around. Taylor Kirk had a little looper to right field to score a run as the 1-1 pitch is off the plate, 2-1. Inning started with a leadoff walk to Caden Miller on 4 pitches. Clay Thompson took one opposite field very nicely. And Zehner drove in Caden Miller. Just grounder up the middle. The Harbor Hawks. Well, the 3-0 lead, the 2-1 pitch in for a strike. Counts evened up 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Pitch off the plate to Matt Einish, who runs the count full for a second straight at bat.
We've already seen a wild pitch. Of course, with Kirk 90 feet away, that could come to account, but Einish, a guy who's got good gap-to-gap stuff and a huge hole up to the right center field alleyway.
Here's the payoff. Fouled away towards the press box.
Might have gone in.
I feel like we would have heard a little more if it did.
Probably. I didn't see it bounce off. No
Great.
ricochet.
Chase Abrams and Jake Klein might have made a play on that ball. Then we definitely would have heard something, as another full count pitch is fouled well off. That one has no chance of finding the press box. 2 pitches that Matt Hyannis was late on.
It's a packed house here tonight. I've never seen it so busy.
Stays 3-2 with 2 down. Hyannis takes it to right field, sending Cole Johnson on his way back with a leap. He makes the catch. Still, the Harbor Hawks put up 3 runs on 3 hits, 1 error, and 1 left on base as Taylor Kirk stranded at third base. We'll head to the bottom half of the second here on the Harbor Hawks Baseball Network.
When it comes to delicious food, the best place to start is with great appliances. And Cam Appliances is your one-stop shop for any budget with brands like Thermador, Viking, Bosch, GE, and so much more. Cam Appliances, sales, delivery, installation, and service in the heart of your home with locations in Hyannis, Nantucket, and Hanover.
If you need to dig, lift, move, grade, clear, or cut, pump, weld, clean, light, and just about anything else, dial up the rental source for the newest and the most reliable equipment in New England. Staffed with equipment and construction experts, Milton Rents, your local source.
Welcome back to the second inning, brought to you by Cape Cod Orthopedics. Cape Cod Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is proud to be a sponsor of the Hyannis Harbor Hawks. From youth sports to college athletics and everything in between, their team has been helping Cape Cod residents stay healthy and recover from injuries for years. With expertise in sports medicine, orthopedic care, and rehabilitation, Cape Cod Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is committed to keeping our community active. Learn more at capecodortho.com. Michael Mechna takes the mound with a 3-0 lead as the Harbor Hawks put up 3 in the top of the second. Here in the bottom of the second, he'll face Ty Peoples, Tyler Howe, and Jack Bell. A bit of a scare to end the bottom of the first. Junior Milwaukee had a solid send out to right field. Took that opposite field and sent Jax Jimenez all the way back to the wall.
Ball's carrying out there as well, but those were 2 hard hit balls with Hyannis sending one out there in Milwaukee.
And before we can get the inning underway, Michael Mechna is making a walk to the Harbor Hawks dugout. And this doesn't look as much of a pitch comm issue as a forgetting the pitch comm in the dugout.
Jonah Barkov ran out, gave it to him.
2 Oregon Ducks. Barkov scheduled to start tomorrow back at McKeon Park. Be the first home game for Hyannis since Thursday. Taking on the Bourne Braves. They'll see the Bravos 3 times in 5 days.
That's going to be a big indicator of how this divisional race ends. So far, Hyannis is 5 points out in second place in the West. Bourne still top of the West, and I think after this week, it's going to be a good understanding for what this final stretch is going to look like.
Underway with the first pitch to Ty Peoples for ball 1, an appeal to third base. No swing, according to Jeff Mertzel. The 1-0 downstairs, 2-0.
Mechna pitching with a lead for the first time today. Best thing you can do if you're a pitcher is throw up a scoreless inning and get the bats right back in the dugout.
2-0 grounded right up the middle by Ty Peoples into center field. First hit, first base runner for the Anglers. The leadoff man reaches for Tyler Howe, stepping up to the plate. First baseman for Chatham. Peoples leading off first base. Nobody out here in the bottom of the second. Hyannis leads 3-0. First pitch strike from Michael Mechna.
So Chatham's got two guys in the starting lineup named Ty, Manalfi, and Peoples, and then they got the guy at the plate, Tyler Howe.
Oh, 1 off the plate, counts 1-1. Howe playing in his 6th game with the Anglers, batting .182. Attends UNC. Home of the last stop for former Harbor Hawk Jake Schaffner. There's a foul tip into the mitt for strike 2.
Now former Tar Heel for signing with the Red Sox for $2 million, 20th overall pick. Congratulations to Jake.
1-2 pitch to Tyler Howe, a swing and a miss. Reaches out to grab it, comes up empty. First strikeout of the game for Michael Mechna.
Number 21, Jack Bell.
I think that was officially tipped into the mitt by Tyler Howe. Still a swinging strikeout as Jack Bell up to the plate with 1 away, and Ty Peoples on first base. First pitch missing. 1-0 count to Jack Bell. Bell's been around the Cape League. Not his first time at all. In 2024, he was with the Falmouth Commodores for 19 games. In 2025, headed to Yarmouth Dennis for 29 games. Foul to the backstop, counts even 1-1. As we're now in his 3rd team in as many summers, here with Chatham Anglers for the final push.
It's pretty unusual. Usually guys will return. It's not unheard of, but for it to be with 3 different teams, that's a little bit unusual.
Went 0 for 3 with a strikeout in his Anglers debut. A 1-1 count with 1 away. Sent out towards left field, drops in front of Henry Zener, and he has his first base knock of the 2026 Cape League campaign.
Just like that, Chatham brings the tying run to the plate, and Eddie Marshall. This is where you got to be careful if you're Mechna, who, from an outside perspective looking in, has been good at limiting hits this summer, but it's just been the free passes. So far, he's kept it clean. But Chatham a chance to change that narrative and just start hitting.
1 down, runners on first and second for Eddie Marshall. Spent his freshman season at Samford. He'll be heading to Florida in the fall, taking ball 1 outside. The lights are on here at Veterans Field. Just over half an hour into this game. We got going at exactly 7 p.m. Mechna's 1-0. Called strike. 1-1 now.
Was it Cal Sefcik who started last season on Falmouth and then went over to the Braves? And then, of course, he's back with the Braves this summer. I know one of the Bravos was a 2-team, 1 summer guy, but
1-1 upstairs, 2-1. Sefcik was with the Braves in both 2025 and 2026. No stops elsewhere in the Cape League, as the 2-1s even the count at 2-2 on a called strike.
You know who I think it was? Mark Quattrani. I'll double check that right now. It was. I knew it was one of those two.
2-2 count, 1 down in the bottom of the second. Tying run at the plate. Count runs full, 3-2.
And it's huge for Mechna to get this out, of course, to move the inning along, but sometimes when that first free pass goes down, it's a bit of a downward spiral.
Marshall playing in just his 7th game with Chatham. A lot of new additions to the roster in the lineup here. Sent out to right center field. That will drop in for a base hit in front of Clay Thompson. Rounding third heading home is Ty Peoples. A little bobble by Clay Thompson as Jack Bell stops at third base. There's runners on the corners and the first run in for the Anglers.
Now batting
Just took this one to right center field. Wasn't hit too hard. Maybe he broke his bat, but at the end of the day, a really nice approach on 2 strikes and a full count to just serve it into the outfield and put Chatham on the board.
Now Cole Johnson up to the plate. Still plenty chance to do damage. Runner on third and Jack Bell and Eddie Marshall leading off first base. Harbor Hawks have a chance to turn 2 and get out of the inning. First pitch from Mechna. In for a strike at 92 miles per hour. Cole Johnson entering his sophomore season at Georgia in the fall. Sharp grounder foul down the first baseline. It could have been trouble.
Hung a breaking ball right there, and Mechna definitely lucky that Johnson got it out ahead. Got good wood on it.
Oh, 2. 1 down in the bottom of the second. 3-1 game as pitch upstairs. 1-2. Cole Johnson had a home run robbery against former Harbor Hawks Stone Lawless of the Tennessee Vols on March 15th, 2026.
That was a crazy one. That one, I believe, was posted on social media to a bunch of big accounts because of Lawless thought it was gone.
1-2. Flared foul. Keeps it 1-2.
And it would have been a walk-off home run, so that was also the big one. So he kind of made the effort, or he made in the box Lawless. Acted as if it was a home run and was brought back, of course, by Johnson.
.155 batting average for Johnson. 1-2, runs inside and catches a piece of the foot of Cole Johnson to load the bases with 1 away.
First hit by pitch of the summer for Mechna, and that's frustrating when you're in a favorable count to just kind of lose a guy.
Armani Guzman, the number 9 hitter for Chatham, up to the plate. Austin Wallace out of the dugout for a mound visit here. Force at any base with 1 away. As Hyannis put up a 3-0 lead in the top half of the inning. Chatham's answering back quickly with a chance to potentially take the lead right here on the bases. Go-ahead run now on first base for Chatham with 1 down in the bottom of the second. Guzman also a later addition to the Chatham roster, playing in his 9th game of the summer. He's been able to string together 7 hits and 22 at-bats for a .318 batting average. First pitch he sees is grounded to short. Out of the glove of Hyannis. The throw from J.C. Davis, not in time to first base. So the Harbor Hawks can't turn 2. A run comes in to score. And runners remain on the corners as the lineup flips over for Ty Manolfi.
A little bit of a bobble right there, and that's what cost it, although it probably was going to be a leg out over there at first base anyways.
Taylor Kirk over at shortstop as the first pitch grounded foul.
Anything happens, stay in it, Armani.
No 1 count. Pitch upstairs, 1-1 to Manolfi. Grounded out on a full count to Andrew Lamb, his first time up. The 1-1 pitch outside, 2-1. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. A 1-run lead for Hyannis. That tying run Eddie Marshall at third base. Guzman off first base. Guzman on the move. A chopper to J.C. Davis at second. Played on the hop, thrown onto first in time. The Harbor Hawks get out of the inning with a one-run lead. Still 3-2 as we head to the third here on the Harbor Hawks Baseball Network.
When you need to dig, lift, move, cut, or just about anything else, then dial up the rental source staffed with equipment and construction experts. They'll help you get the right machine for the job and make sure it's delivered when and where you need it. With locations across New England and the newest and most reliable inventory, Milton Rents is your local source.
When I started teaching on the Cape 30 years ago, you could buy a house on a teacher's salary. But today, teachers, public safety officers, healthcare and hospitality workers, the people who make the Cape work, are struggling to find homes they can afford. And I really worry about the kids who will follow us. I think it's time we learn to do better.
If housing on Cape Cod matters to you, join us at capehousingmatters.org.
Welcome back to the Harbor Hawks Baseball Network. Top of the third inning and a 3-2 lead for Hyannis. All the scoring happening in the second inning. The Harbor Hawks happy to get out of that frame with a one-run lead, leaving the tying run Eddie Marshall at third base, as well as Armani Guzman left stranded at first. Time and Olfe grounded out to end the bottom of the second. And the Harbor Hawks back up with 2, 3, 4 due up in the order. Jax Jimenez, Andrew Lamb, and Caden Miller. The three scheduled to bat here. Still facing Kaysen Ranieri on the mound. Hoping for a little bit more control after a 1-2-3 first and a lot of trouble in the second.
Well, both pitchers struggled in the second inning. 3 runs for the Harbor Hawks in the top, 2 for the A's in the bottom. Maybe it's that type of game. Maybe it's not. It's still too early to tell. But sometimes pitchers kind of match the style and tempo of each other. Maybe this is part of the game where we see a lot of run scoring. We'll see. And you got the right part of the order with 2, 3, 4 due up. Jimenez to start it off.
First pitch to Jimenez downstairs. 1-0. Grounded out to second base his first time up. Takes ball 2 just outside. It's about standing room only here at Veterans Field.
It is packed.
2-0, sky high. Looking to stay in play. Milwaukee looking for room. It falls in. Tough play in foul territory. Maybe even a tougher play for us to see from our broadcast position.
I mean, judging off the groans of the fans, I guess that was a safe call to say that he wasn't able to make the catch. And now you got to make it hurt if you're Jimenez. Second chance at the plate.
Here's the 2-1. Fouled straight back into the netting. 2-2 count here. Chatham has their classic script logo behind home plate, but also the 250 for America's 250th anniversary. It's part of it. You know, the 2 and 0 are red. The 5 is blue as Jimenez slaps one to center field, dropped in for a single. He can run. He's been busy on the base paths recently since he's been opened up to just have a green light from first base. Might have a chance here with Andrew Lamb up to the plate.
Stole 3 bases last time out against Orleans. And with the lefty Lamb in the box, we've only been seeing straight steals from Jimenez, but if there's ever a time for him to dip his feet into a delayed opportunity, it's with Lamb shielding the catcher, Eddie Marshall.
Now a trip to the mound. The leadoff man reaching for a second straight inning. And a call to the bullpen from Dennis Cook. The day's done for Kason Ranieri after 2+ innings. He leaves Jax Jimenez on first base, and we'll meet the new pitcher on the other side of this break on the Harbor Hawks Baseball Network.
You can make any bat feel lighter by adding a velo puck knob. Instead of having to go get a whole entirely new bat, you can simply add the puck to it. Players can use this with any bat. It's basically going to shift the weight of the bat a little bit more towards the hands. Players are able to hit the ball a lot harder just by simply adding the puck on.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Kason Ranieri's day's done. Handing it over to Leo Odom from Ole Miss. Fastball, cutter, slider, making his 4th appearance of the Cape League summer. A 4.5 ERA in 6 innings pitched, including the last time these teams faced off on Wednesday, July 15th. Odom went 1 inning, allowing 1 hit, no runs, no walks, no strikeouts. He was the one to finish off the big bottom of the 8th from Hyannis, where the Harbor Hawks put up 5 runs. Bit of an early call to the bullpen.
Pretty early, and I think maybe Dennis Cook saw enough. I mean, the pitch count did rise after the 2nd frame, but at the end of the day, it'll be interesting to see the change in pace for this Harbor Hawks order, not even really letting it go a true 2nd time through.
Stays a righty between Ranieri and Odom, as Andrew Lamb will be watching intently from the warm-up circle. He's due up with nobody out and Jax Jimenez off first base. As we mentioned, might not be on first base for too long, as he's been able to take off to second base pretty consistently since getting the green light this summer. 9 for 10 on stolen bases. Andrew Lamb into the batter's box. The warm-up's done for Leo Odom. First pitch, fastball inside, a 1-0 count. Fastball running 92 to 95 miles per hour from Odom. As the 1-0. And 91, a called strike. It's a freshman at Ole Miss. 5 appearances in 5.2 innings. 3.18 ERA. 11 strikeouts and no walks in the freshman campaign. As Andrew Lamb rips one to right field. Cole Johnson comes up firing, and Jax Jimenez settles for second base. Runners on first and second. Nobody out here in the top of the 3rd.
Well, this inning starting very similar to the top of the 2nd. Hyannis had the first 2 runners to reach. That time it was a walk and then a single. This time it's back-to-back knocks, and it's the part of the order that does the big damage. Caden Miller, who's hit Chatham really well this season, came into this game against the Anglers 3 out of 9 and hitting safely in all 3 matchups with some home run pop.
Miller started the big 2nd inning with a leadoff walk. Now the pitch away from Eddie Marshall. Both runners up 90 feet. And that one could be a pass ball.
That's how it should be ruled. Wasn't spiked to the dirt. Looked like Marshall got a glove on it, but when he was squeezing it, just kind of floated over to the right. And heads up base running by Jimenez and Lamb. I mean, obviously that's their job, but Chatham brings the infield in.
And now they'll back up the middle infield to double play depth. Corners stay in. Another pitch in the dirt away from Marshall. He has no idea where it is. Jimenez is in to score, and the first baseman, Tyler Howe, picks up the loose baseball. with Andrew Lamb over to third base.
That might also be a pass ball. And that was great base running from Jimenez because he recognized immediately and got a great read on it because it didn't initially get too far. Of course, it ended up not being close because Marshall just had no idea where it was. But still, for how close it was initially, that was impressive.
Now a chopper from Caden Miller off the glove of Howe. Collects and fires to first base. And Andrew Lamb stays put at third. Nothing's coming easy here for Chatham.
Center fielder number 18, Clay Thompson.
It's a wild pitch.
Clay Thompson up to the plate with one away.
Your way, Tom. Right there, your way.
It's a tough wild pitch.
First one was ruled a pass ball. Second one a wild pitch. Swing and a miss here from Clay Thompson. Odom ahead 0-1. Can close the line now on Ranieri. Tonight's starter goes 2+ innings, 4 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned runs, a walk, and a strikeout. It's the 0-1 upstairs. Harbor Hawks back up to a 2-run lead. Trying to get right back to a 3-run lead with the infield all the way in with 1 down. Just missing inside, 2-1 count here. Odom's 2-1. Called strike, similar spot. Clay Thompson, some questions for J.C. Fernandez after the call. 2-2 coming with 1 away in the top of the third. Count runs full. Safe to say a big pitch coming up here. Full count and 1 away. A 5th Hyannis run waiting on third base. Odom's pitch downstairs and runners are on the corners. But the double play back in order for the Anglers.
And with that double play possibility, it's not necessarily the end of the world. Of course, Odom would have loved a strikeout right there, but you got Zener coming up, who's not much of a double play candidate for 2 reasons. 1, he is white hot, and then 2, he's got some good speed.
Zener singled and drove in a run his first time up in the top of the second. Chance to do the same here. First pitch turned around the right field will fall in. An RBI single for Henry Zener in back-to-back plate appearances, and the Harbor Hawks back up to a 3-run lead.
The shortstop, number 34, Taylor.
How about it? Henry Zener has been on a different planet as of late. This guy is a great ball player, and you figured after the tough start to the season that it was only a matter of time for the ascension to the mean. And this average is looking pretty good.
Thompson up to second base. Zener behind him at first. Thompson willing to run. First pitch to Taylor Kirk outside. 1-0 count. Mitch Carricker has been happy with how his offense has turned things around as the season's gone on. But recently he's been looking for them to score across multiple innings as both runners are on the move. The throw from Marshall to the trailing Henry Zener as well in time. A second out here as Thompson takes third base. Smart decision from Eddie Marshall, knowing he didn't have a chance at Clay Thompson. Takes the out at second.
Yeah, Zener was dead to rights there on the double steal. Usually the double steal is put on by the leading runner. So I think Zener recognized that and didn't get a great jump off the bat. Or off the rip, I should say.
Now Taylor Kirk with 2 outs fouls it away. 2-1. 2 down in the top of the third. And a 5-2 lead here for Hyannis. Kirk's 2-1. Or Odom's 2-1 to Kirk. It's a called strike. 2-2. The 2-2 sent out by Taylor Kirk to center field, dying in and will fall in front of Guzman. An RBI single. Once again, the Harbor Hawks are capitalizing on runners in scoring position here tonight. And another 3-run inning for Hyannis.
These Hawks have been on a different page as of late, and especially against this Chatham team. The Harbor Hawks came into this matchup with only 14 at-bats with guys in scoring position. That's exactly half the amount that Chatham's had, but the Harbor Hawks have clearly had a good quality approach.
Taylor Kirk running on the first pitch. Marshall looking for his second man thrown out this inning, and now instead it's the second time he's thrown it into center field. No advance from Taylor Kirk.
How about 2 RBI singles and 2 swipes for Taylor Kirk, who's having himself a nice night so far.
The 1-0 to Brody Briggs counts 2-0. First base now open. 2 down. Odom's just looking to get out of this frame. Inherited Jax Jimenez after Ranieri started the frame. Pitch upstairs, 3-0.
I love that approach from Brody because he was ready to get a good hack off on 2-0. Got the hips going, but it was well too high and able to stay back. But clearly a pitch that he wasn't taking all the way. This one maybe will be.
3-0. And therefore a strike. The at-bat continues. 3-1 count.
Well, Ethan Wax caught up with Brody before the game, and when asked what can we expect from him, Brody explained that he's just here to compete and does a great job in the box and behind the plate.
3-1. Popped up foul and the count runs full. Well, he told Rich Cogliano that he was ready to win a championship before he made the trip by car.
From Oklahoma.
It's all you need to know on how ready he is to compete here on the Cape.
It's truly unfinished business after the way last summer ended.
Full count pitch to Brody Briggs. Grounded to Manolfi at second base. Up and firing to first in time for the third out. The Harbor Hawks put up 3 as a 6-2 lead for Hyannis. We'll keep it here on the Harbor Hawks Baseball Network and send it over to Ethan Wax on the sideline.
Speed kills. Speed kills. As I want to talk about Hyannis center fielder Clay Thompson, who's out of James Madison, and he had a .333 average. But what he's known for is the stolen bases. During his time at James Madison, he stole 26 bags on 32 attempts. That's good for an 81% clip in college. And that's exactly what the Hyannis players reiterated to me, that they believe that you need dual threat players who can swing it with the bat and also steal bases to help produce runs. And that is exactly what he's done. He already has a stolen base tonight and a hit to his leisure and can walk as well. So he's a real threat for the Hyannis offense right in the middle of the order. As I turn it back to you guys.
Thanks, Ethan. Hey, Harbor Hawks fans, don't let bridge traffic throw you a curveball. Cape Cod Gateway Airport is your ticket to hassle-free travel. Located right here in Hyannis, we connect you to Boston, the islands, and beyond with daily flights and easy parking. Spend less time driving and more time at the ballpark. Learn more and plan your next getaway at flyhya.com. Cape Cod Gateway Airport, supporting our community, one flight at a time. Get used to this offense from Hyannis. Back-to-back 3-run innings in the second and third. More support for Michael Mechna as Hyannis leads 6-2 for Mechna's third inning of work.
And I mentioned it briefly during the last half inning, but coming into this game, Hyannis had exactly half the opportunities with runners in scoring position. But they've been doing it with damage for the hits. And I mean, I can't say it enough. After that tough stretch throughout the middle portion of the season offensively. It's so refreshing to see just the quality of at-bats. I mean, these guys are working counts. They're really doing everything they can to succeed.
4 for 9 with runners in scoring position. Ball 1 taken by Bino Waters, leading off for the Anglers. Junior Milwaukee due up on deck, and Ty Peoples, the cleanup man tonight. The 1-0. Just off the plate, 2-0. Looks like the Harbor Hawks bullpen is just getting going. Will Fosberg making his way down to start up the warm-ups in the pen. 2-0. Downstairs, 3-0. The Harbor Hawks have had bullpen catchers some seasons. This season it's been a bit of whoever we got, even if it's Jack Giordano, former Harbor Hawk this season and now signed with the Dodgers, as bunt was shown by Waters, pulled back on 3-0, counts 3-1 as it's called strike.
That was one of those quote-unquote bunts that was never going to be bunted, just anything to keep the pitcher off his heels.
The 3-1. It's ball 4. The leadoff walk for Bino Waters. Now a guy who can hurt you up at the plate.
The third baseman from the University of Georgia, number 13, Junior Milwaukee.
Yeah, it's really kind of the last thing you want to do if you're Mechna after your offense grabs 3 more runs across to start the inning with a free pass. A couple of those were non-competitive. That final pitch was a nice pitch, but just got the miss. Milwaukee does not run too well, so it could be a candidate for a little 6-4-3.
Outside to Milwaukee. First walk of the game for Michael Mechna. Had a hit by pitch in the second inning, where 2 runs came around to score for the Anglers. 1-0, turned on to left field on a sharp line, twisting back and forth. Henry Zener makes the catch over his shoulder. The exit velocity on anything Milwaukee puts out there.
Chaz, I was about to say, that's the hardest hit ball I've ever seen. And the only reason that did not leave is because that was pure topspin, and it was still caught out the wall. Honestly, that's an unbelievable play from Henry Zener. To be able to have a beat on that type of ball, recognize the topspin as it tumbles down, good luck.
He flipped his shoulders multiple times on the way back, which usually is all she wrote for some outfielders. Not this time for Zener, as ball 1 delivered to Ty Peoples.
Well, they actually teach you that you're not supposed to turn to the field when you're in the outfield, when you're switching directions. You're supposed to turn away from the ball and face the outfield wall for obviously like a quick second. But on that ball, you had no time to do that.
1-0 downstairs, 2-0.
Balls like those hit on the screws. They're a little bit unpredictable in the air. You really have to have your eye on the baseball the entire time. It's really deep fly balls where they want you to turn the other direction to recover and make the catch.
Runner on first base, 1 away, bottom 3. Counts 3-0.
Now 2 3-ball counts in this inning for Mechna, and you got to figure this will be a take, as Chatham just needs base runners. They are in slam range, down 6-2. Bet you a nickel he takes.
3-0, taken for ball 4. 2 walks in the inning. Bruce Littleton just getting loose out there for Hyannis in the bullpen. He still needs some more time as Tyler Howe takes the dish.
Quick meeting of the minds between Mechna, Brody Briggs, and Andrew Lamb. So 3 Harbor Hawks on the hill. Talk this one over.
JC Fernandez making the walk out to the mound now, as warm-up pitches have begun in the Harbor Hawks bullpen. Even opposite field, the first time Milwaukee was retired on a line out to right field.
Both those balls I thought had a chance of leaving. I mean, the second one, of course, caught at the wall. On a I can't get over it. Top spin, low line drive, caught at the wall. This guy's got so much power.
Tyler Howe now. 2 on and 1 out. Big swing and a miss. Competitive pitch there from Mechna to start off after the mound visit from Brody Briggs. Oh, 1 fouled away to the backstop.
It's always a good sign after the mound visit to get 2 strikes, and not just any strikes. I mean, these are really nice pitches that are flirting with the corners, bottom of the zone, middle, top.
Mechna's 0-2. Upstairs. 1-2 count. Six to 2 lead for Hyannis. Runners on first and second here for Chatham. As the 1-2 pitch is grounded down the first baseline, foul. Mateo Martinez over at first base couldn't make a play on it for Chatham. First base coach here for the Anglers, Brett Doe, over at third base. One-two again, fouled off. Howell caught a piece of it off himself as he takes a trip outside the batter's box. Stays alive at the plate. Struck out swinging his first time up. 7 strikeouts on the Cape League summer. Starting left fielder for UNC in his freshman season that saw the Tar Heels head to the College World Series final. The 1-2 from Mechna, a swing and a miss. And Mechna picks up a big second out with runners on first and second.
Now gone Tyler Howe swinging both times. The only 2 strikeouts for Mechna. And you know what that means? Hyannis, well, I guess now they still are 1 pitch away. I thought that was the first out for a moment. So it's not wrong to say they're 1 pitch away, but it feels a lot closer than it did before that, I'd be.
Jack Bell to the plate, singled and came around to score in the second. Mechna at 55 pitches as the first pitch this time to Bell, sent out to left center field. Splitting Zener and Thompson. Zener will field, throw back into the infield. A run is in to score as Waters comes around and Peoples is up to third base. Runners on the corners here with 2 away. And Chatham not going home empty-handed here in the bottom of the third.
If you're Mechna, of course frustrating, but you're still pitching with the lead. All you can do is just maintain a strong presence in the strike zone. If they're going to take a hit off you, and let it be on their own accord. You don't want to give them anything for free. And while that is a free pass that was eventually cashed in on, a really nice swing nonetheless from Marshall. From Bell, excuse me.
Eddie Marshall up to the plate now. An RBI single in the second, and once again looking for that chance here. Swing and a miss on the first pitch he sees. There's no shortage of arms available for Hyannis here tonight. Surely will be less and less available as the Harbor Hawks play 7 games in 7 days coming off this All-Star break along with the rest of the league. So this is likely Mechna's last inning with the bullpen already up and moving. Approaching 60 pitches. His 58th is a called strike. Counts 0-2. 2 strikes, 2 outs here, and 2 runners on in the bottom of the third. A run across. It's a 6-3 lead for the Harbor Hawks. The pitch. There's a runner on the move to second base. Briggs, throw to second base in time. Brody Briggs, tremendous behind the plate, puts an end to the inning. Getting Jack Bell caught stealing at second base. A run comes in to score as Hyannis leads 6-3, heading to the 4th here on the Harbor Hawks Baseball Network.
When it comes to delicious food, the best place to start is with great appliances. And Cam Appliances is your one-stop shop for any budget with brands like Thermador, Viking, Bosch, GE, and so much more. Cam Appliances, sales, delivery, installation, and service in the heart of your home with locations in Hyannis, Nantucket, and Hanover.
If you need to dig, lift, move, grade, clear, or cut, pump, weld, clean, light, and just about anything else, dial up the rental source for the newest and the most reliable equipment in New England. Staffed with equipment and construction experts, Milton Rents, your local source.
Welcome back to the Goldberg Law Group 4th inning. Did you know Goldberg Law Group PC is the Cape's premier personal injury law firm? The Goldberg Law Group has served Cape and the Islands for more than 38 years, and we're proud to support the local events, organizations, and traditions that make this community so special. As the Cape's leading law firm, Goldberg Law Group believes in helping people, building relationships, and giving back whenever we can. That's why we're honored to sponsor the Hyannis Harbor Hawks and another great night of Cape League baseball. Scan the QR code on your screen to learn more about how the team at Goldberg Law Group can help you. Go Harbor Hawks. We've made it to the middle innings, top of the 4th inning, where Hyannis leads Chatham 6-3 here on the Harbor Hawks Baseball Network. Max Schwartzberg joined alongside Quincy Bell, and it'll be 9-1-2 due up against Leo Odom, who began the last inning in relief of the starter Kason Ranieri, but still now working into his full 2nd inning of work.
Yeah, and Hyannis' that baseball is looking like a beach ball right now. They have 7 hits through the first 3 innings. All of them singles. Are just punching the ball to the outfield for some easy base hits. Part of why they've amassed this 6-3 lead so far.
4 runs for the starter Ranieri, only 3 earned, so 2 innings on 4 hits, 1 walk and 1 strikeout. I mentioned it at the top of last inning as the first pitch to J.C. Davis is a fastball strike over the outside corner. 0-1. But Hyannis came into this game with exactly half the opportunities with guys in scoring position than Chatham. The Anglers had 28 at-bats with runners in scoring position through the first 2 games. 0-1 to Davis, swinging a foul ball back to the screen, 0-2. Hyannis 14. But I got to say, Quincy, as of late, the Harbor Hawks have really turned it up a notch with these opportunities with runners on, and especially in scoring position.
Yeah, they've been a lot better. Just today, they've whacked home a bunch of runs with guys on 2nd and 3rd.
On a 0-2, Davis takes a breaking ball outside from Odom. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The Harbor Hawks 4 for 9 tonight with runners in scoring position. Last time out against Orleans before the All-Star break, 4 for 12. It's been a struggle in the month of July, but it's on the come up as the 1-2 breaking ball up and away, and the count level 2-2. Nobody on, nobody out. Top of the 4th.
Yeah, to start the year, they were one of the worst teams on the Cape when it came to hitting and runners in scoring position, but the regression to the mean has really benefited the Hawks.
On a 2-2, Davis swings and pops it up. Foul territory. Tyler Howe, the first baseman, and the catcher, Eddie Marshall, will have no play. It's more ascension to the mean, I would say, because Hyannis was hitting well under 170 with runners in scoring position through the first 10 games. But, of course, you figure that's going to change. Now it's 210 coming into tonight. But in the month of July, 200 even entering tonight's action. That will certainly increase. 2-2 the count. Odom out of the windup. Kicks and fires a breaking ball. Cut on and missed, strike 3. As J.C. Davis went fishing. First out here in the visiting half of the 4th inning.
That pitch was nasty from Leo Odom. Just dropped to the sidearm slot, and the slider just ran away from J.C. Davis in the other batter's box. Had him fooled.
East to west movement on that right on right. Now you go to the right on left matchup. Matt Einish, top of the order, looks at a first pitch bender to the back door. 0-1. Einish struck out swinging in the first inning and then lined out sharply to Cole Johnson in right field in the second. On an 0-1, they'll take on the inside corner. Goes back to a breaking ball as Odom doubles up and jumps ahead. No balls, 2 strikes. Hyannis has hit safely in 11 of 15 on Cape Cod, and on 0-2, he takes a fastball high, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, he's done a great job of not going down on strikes. Feels like every time he's in a 2-strike count, he's fouling off pitches to stay alive.
1-2 the count. Pitch on the way. Breaking ball down in the dirt. Hyannis recognized it immediately as the count back even 2-2. Hyannis, the starting shortstop at West Virginia. Right about a month ago, he was eliminated by UNC in Omaha. On a 2-2. He swings and taps it foul over to the third base dugout where the Chatham Anglers are housed here at Veterans Field. This summer, 10 walks to 11 punch-outs for Hyannis. The on-base at 400 even. Kind of a no-brainer to throw him at the top of the order for Mitch Carricker.
He actually leads the Harbor Hawks in active on-base percentage.
2-2 on the way, and Hyannis spits on a breaking ball low, 3-2. So a really nice plate appearance as Hyannis fell behind 0-2 and is able to work it back to a full count. Pitch on the way, and he swings and fouls it back behind the screen. An elevated fastball from Odom that Hyannis chased out of the zone, but he'll buy another pitch in this plate appearance.
It'll be the 8th pitch upcoming, and it seems like that's the norm for Matt Hyannis. He just makes pitchers work to get him out.
Mentioned the active on-base leader. He's actually the active batting average leader for Hyannis as well, as the 3-2 pitch is a called strike 3. Backdoor breaking ball and back-to-back Ks for Leo Odom here in the top of the 4th inning.
It was the same pitch he got J.C. Davis with, but instead he went to the back door on the slider. That pitch looked like it was going to be well outside, but broke to the outer edge of the plate at the last second. And even if Hyannis put a swung on that one, he probably wouldn't have done much with it. That's just a great pitch.
2 outs, nobody on, top of the 4th inning. 6-3 Harbor Hawks over the Chatham A's. Odom looking to go 1-2-3 as Jimenez takes the first pitch inside 1-0.
Jimenez singled to lead off that 3rd inning. He chased Casey Rainieri out of the game.
Scored a run back in the 3rd as well. And he'll take inside for ball 2. Back-to-back breaking balls from Odom, who we've seen double up in this inning. It has worked, but not these 2 times to open up this plate appearance. 2-0 goes to another bender. This one's a called strike at the knees. So that's 3 straight breaking balls. Is the count now 2-1 to Jimenez. 1 out of 2 officially today.
After he got 2 strikeouts, he's really feeling confident with that pitch.
Pitch on the way, and it's another breaking ball downstairs. 3-1. So Jax Jimenez yet to see a heater in this AB. Odom looking to go 1-2-3. Jimenez has other plans. Pitch on the way, a called strike as Jax was headed to first base. JC Fernandez, the home plate umpire, delivered the bad news.
Fastball up and out. It was close. Jimenez thought he had it, but Fernandez reels him back in.
Full count. Odom, the glove at his face, and the windup comes home, and Jimenez swings, pops it up towards our vantage point, just to my left, looking for the ricochet, and it's about 10 feet in front of me. So close, but so far away. If you don't know, my personal lifelong mission is to catch a foul ball while on the call. That one, probably the closest I've ever gotten.
It's close. Just into the back row of stands, which we were sitting just behind.
3-2 pitch. It's a fastball inside for ball 4. A 2-out base on balls for Jax Jimenez as the inning continues for Andrew Lamb.
First baseman, number 29.
You know, that was close, but a good take there by Jimenez. He's gotten a little bit more patient during his at-bats on the Cape as the season has progressed. The walk rate has gone up. We know he has speed on the bases, already an aggressive lead out there.
Stolen 9 bases this season. First on the Harbor Hawks. He's running on the first pitch. It spiked in about 58 feet. No throw will be made as Jimenez has number 10.
And he has really, really gotten the speed going. Last time out against Orleans, he stole 3 bags. He had a 4-game stretch from the 9th to the 12th where he stole 6 bags in those games.
1-0 to Lamb. It's a fastball, nowhere close, well high, 2 balls, no strikes, and now you got to be careful if you're Leo Odom. You got a dangerous power hitter in the box. Lamb has homered in back-to-back games. He led all of USC, the Trojans in slug, this past spring.
Yeah, he's swinging a hot bat right now, that's for sure.
Odom looking back at Jimenez. Now he'll throw back. Jimenez was leaning the other direction. He just gets back with a head-first dive. The tag applied by the shortstop, Jack Bell, running the daylight play.
Yeah, you got to be careful if you're Jimenez because Andrew Lamb has been so good with the bat as of late. You don't want to get picked off to end this inning.
Odom looks back at second and fires, and Lamb swings, hits in the air deep to left field. Bino Waters into the gap. The left fielder reaches up to make the catch, Bill the cap high for the final out of the inning. No runs, no hits, and Jimenez left on second base. 6-3 Harbor Hawks heading to the bottom of the 4th inning on the Harbor Hawks Baseball Network.
This week we've been working a lot with doing play-by-plays, just doing behind-the-scenes stuff with sports broadcasting, which I never really realized how much went into it, but it's been really cool.
They've grown a lot. I've never really done like a program like this before, so like seeing all the behind-the-scenes has like really grown.
I've learned how to really just gain confidence in my play-by-play speaking, and I've learned more terms here when it comes to directing and producing, and I've just had a great time with John Rook.
Doing the play-by-play stuff and all that, being with a guy like John Rook, understanding what like the major kind of entails doing this camp, just really a preview for what you do here at Dean or any other college doing broadcasting, so I'm definitely more prepared to make this a job of mine.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
Bottom of the 4th inning, and Bruce Littleton coming in for the Harbor Hawks. He'll relieve Michael Mechna, who went the first 3 on 4 hits, 3 earned runs, 2 walks, and 2 strikeouts. Littleton coming in for another appearance. This is just his 4th of the Cape League summer, and it's been a while. He last pitched at Falmouth on July 14th, and it's safe to say it's a really good sight to see him back in here because he left that outing prematurely with an injury, and to see him back in 6 days later has got to feel good for the Harbor Hawks.
Yeah, he was trying to field a ground ball behind him and twisted up his left knee. I spoke to Mitch Carricker after the game and asked him about his availability, and he said the injury wasn't as bad as everybody thought it was and that he should be back relatively soon. And he is just 6 days later. And he's been really solid on the mound for Hyannis since joining in the month of July. He's thrown 5 1/3 innings, only 1 run allowed. He's walked 3 and struck out 10.
Scoreless over his last 2 appearances, and mentioning the Falmouth game that he still got injured in, he actually ended up getting the win in that game. So 4th appearance of the summer, a 1.69 ERA for Littleton, and he'll face 7-8-9 for the Chatham A's. Eddie Marshall, Cole Johnson, and Armani Guzman. (6-3) Harbor Hawks as we enter the bottom of the 4th inning. Littleton, the lefty, coming home in a first pitch fastball inside to Marshall. 1 ball, no strikes.
The interesting thing about Littleton is he's a lot better against righties. At least he has been so far on the King.
1-0 on the way. It's a fastball, blows it by him. Definitely a bit paradoxical right there.
He's got a big slider that he loves to run on the back door against the right-handed hitters.
1-1 the count. Marshall, an RBI single his first time up. Pitch on the way. It's a fastball called strike at the knees. Marshall can't believe it and has words for JC Fernandez.
Much to the dismay of the Anglers fans around us as well.
So, to a familiar 2-strike advantage for Littleton. 1-2. Pitch on the way to Marshall. Fastball foul back to the screen. We'll do it again. 3 strikeouts over an inning and 2/3 at Falmouth on the 14th for Littleton. Gave up a leadoff single and then was just nails. Chatham looking for a leadoff base runner for the third time tonight. 1-2 pitch is tapped on the ground, right side of the infield. J.C. Davis, the second baseman, straight away, gobbles and slings to first for the 4-3 putout to start us in the last of the fourth inning.
I'm sure Southern Miss is glad to see the development of Bruce Littleton here on the Cape. He only threw 10 innings at Southern Miss in his freshman campaign, but he's gotten quite the high leverage opportunities with Hyannis, and he's trying to become an everyday left-handed reliever for the Golden Eagles next spring.
Cole Johnson up for the second time, although he hasn't registered an official at-bat. Was hit by Michael Mechna in the second inning. First pitch, fastball, straightens him up, left on left, and a 1-ball, no strikes advantage for Johnson. 6-3 Harbor Hawks, 1 out in the last of the fourth inning. As Johnson stares in, Littleton has his sign, takes a breath, and comes home with a 1-1 fastball hit in the air to deep right field. Jimenez going back onto the warning track at the wall. He leaps and makes the catch right at the wall.
Yeah, the right field wall is not too deep here in Chatham. It's only 314 feet down the line. That one a little bit more towards the gap, but a jumping catch by Jimenez on the warning track. That ball could have been a home run, could have just hit off the wall, but still a nice athletic catch to get the second straight out.
So 2 quick outs for Littleton in relief of Michael Mechna. And Armani Guzman, the number 9 man, standing in, reached on a 6-4 fielder's choice and picked up an RBI as he beat out a double play back in the second inning. And the recipient, a ball one away, 1-0. This is game 9 of the Cape League Summer for Guzman. As Littleton pitching exclusively out of the stretch. Kicks and fires. Out ahead as he pulls the string. Count level, a ball and a strike apiece.
And that was a changeup that missed up in the zone, but still caught Guzman way out ahead.
That was a very early swing. 1-1 the count, pitch on the way. It's a breaking ball. There's a strike, 1-2. I got to say, Timon Alpha, who's waiting on deck, is standing dangerously close, and they're going to push him away. That's kind of a no-brainer. Jeffrey Merzel, the first base umpire, calling time and saying, hey, probably shouldn't stand there as it's a lefty, and theoretically those foul balls are a lot easier coming in that direction.
I mean, he was almost right behind the catcher, Brody Briggs.
That was eerie. He's still pretty close, but nowhere near as close. 1-2, fastball down and away. Count back even, 2-2 with 2 outs in the inning. Of course, a safety thing at the end of the day.
Of course, the last time Hyannis was here, the game got called due to fog, mostly because of player safety.
On a 2-2, Guzman swings and sends it on the ground to the first base line. He says it hit off of his front leg. All the umpires disagree. Andrew Lamb takes it to the bag himself. It should be a 1-2-3 inning, but the umpires are going to get together.
Yeah, this is a similar play we saw with Matt Einish a couple of days ago, where he said that he fouled one off his foot and ultimately didn't run to first base. It was a ground out to first base. So we'll have to see. Hyannis is, all their fielders are off the field now.
And they're going to rule him out. A 1-2-3 inning for Bruce Littleton. We're through 4. We'll head to the 5th inning. 6-3 Harbor Hawks on the Harbor Hawks Baseball Network.
When it comes to delicious food, the best place to start is with great appliances. And Cam Appliances is your one-stop shop for any budget with brands like Thermador, Viking, Bosch, GE, and so much more. Cam Appliances, sales, delivery, installation, and service in the heart of your home with locations in Hyannis, Nantucket, and Hanover.
If you need to dig, lift, move, grade, clear, or cut, pump, weld, clean, light, and just about anything else, Dial up the rental source for the newest and the most reliable equipment in New England. Staffed with equipment and construction experts. Milton Rents, your local source.
Top of the 5th inning here from Veterans Field in Chatham, Massachusetts, where the Harbor Hawks lead the A's 6-3. Leo Odom back on the mound for another inning of relief. He seems to be going long relief for Dennis Cook, and he's going to face the meat and bones of the Harbor Hawks lineup, Caden Miller, Clay Thompson, and Henry Zener. It's 4, 5, 6 in this part of the order. Only been retired once. Caden Miller grounded out. Besides that, they've been on base 7 out of the 8 times they've been up.
Yeah, Thompson with a walk and a single, scored both times. Henry Zener with 2 RBI singles. This part of the order has done most of the damage for Hyannis. They scored 3 in the second and 3 in the third. We've seen Hyannis get out to hot starts like this, but sometimes they cool off near the end of the games. And Chatham has put a couple runs across to keep this one manageable, so Hyannis needs to keep the foot on the gas if they can.
Caden Miller has certainly seen Chatham well this summer. Came into this game 3 out of 9 against the Anglers, hitting safely in each of the first 3 matchups. Of course, if Hyannis plays Chatham again, it'll be a good thing for both teams because I would be in the Cape Cod Baseball League championship game. This is the final meeting between these 2 inter-division rivals. Top of the 5th inning, Harbor Hawks on top of the Anglers 6-3. It's Caden Miller to lead it off against Leo Odom. First pitch, breaking ball on the way, and it's a called strike over the inside corner, 0-1. Miller walked and scored a run back in the 2nd inning and grounded out to a rare 3-4 putout at first base in the 3rd. 0-1 pitch comes inside, count level, a ball and a strike apiece. So it hit off the first baseman, Tyler Howe's glove. Timon Alfie was already in the direction, and he caught it out of his glove and then ran it over and stepped on the base. The 0-1 pitch, 1-1 pitch downstairs, 2 balls and a strike.
And Caden Miller loves hitting against the Chatham Anglers. 2 of his 3 home runs on the season have come against Chatham.
2-1 the count. Pitch on the way. Fastball fouled into the mitt of Eddie Marshall, and the count back even. Now, the last time the Harbor Hawks played here at Veterans Field, back on June 27th, Miller left the yard to dead center, the deepest part of the yard. Nobody on, nobody out. 2-2 pitch downstairs in the dirt. As the count runs full, the pitch count for Odom is pretty high in long relief through 2+, 52.
This could be his last inning of work. He's had to labor.
Here's the 3-2 pitch, and Miller takes a breaking ball, called strike 3 over the inside corner. He can't believe it as he was on his way to first. A strikeout for Leo Odom to start off the top of the 5th inning.
Yeah, he just has that slider working since giving up the runs in the 3rd inning. He's now gotten 3 strikeouts since. All have come with that east to west breaking ball.
So that'll bring up Clay Thompson, who's reached both times. Single, scoring a run in the 2nd, and a walk and scoring a run in the 3rd. He takes the first pitch in their first strike at the top of the zone, 0-1. Game 2 for Thompson, and so far 2 stolen bases across 2 games. Down in the dirt, count back even, 1-1. Final stretch of the Cape Cod Baseball League summer, of course, coming off the All-Star break. 12 games in 14 days for the Cape League coming up. And the 1-1 pitch is a fastball just downstairs, 2-1. I asked Mitch Carricker before the game, what's kind of the mindset? How do you want the guys to gear up? And a very calm, cool, collected answer, and one you'd expect any head coach to say. You got to take it 1 game at a time, which is the right choice. And so far, so good. 2-1, breaking ball away for ball 3.
This will be a very important week upcoming for Hyannis. They play the Bourne Braves 3 times this week, and currently Hyannis sits just 5 points behind Bourne for first place in the West. They also have games against Falmouth and Wareham, other West Division opponents.
One out, nobody on. Top of the 5th inning. Harbor Hawks on top of the Anglers, 6-3. The 3-1 pitch coming up to Clay Thompson. Odom kicks and fires a breaking ball high for ball 4. Third walk of the day for Odom. 4th for the Anglers pitching staff, and a 1-out base runner for the Harbor Hawks.
And with the speed that Clay Thompson possesses, I'm sure Mitch Carricker has loved to see him on base for the 3rd time today. He scored his first 2 times on base. This guy could fly. And if he can get on base consistently for Hyannis, he could be a really big threat for them coming towards the playoffs.
Henry Zener up at the plate. Two for 2 with 2 RBI singles so far. He has really turned it up a dial since the calendar turned to July. Thompson a healthy lead at first, not running, and a first pitch outside. A back pick to first from Eddie Marshall. Not in time as Thompson's back with a head first dive. Since the month of July began, 11 games played, an average well over 330. And the strikeout rate down 15% from 33% in June. Another check on Thompson, this time from the pitcher, Odom, and he's back with a head first dive.
And the walk rate has gone up as well for Zener. He's on base in his last 8.
Runners going on 0-1. The pitch is a strike to throw on the second in time. Eddie Marshall guns down Clay Thompson, and Hyannis runs itself into an out.
That was a perfect throw from Marshall. Right on a line, just to the second base side of the bag. Easy tag. Thompson didn't get a great jump, and with that throw being as well as it was, he was toast at second base.
2-6 on the caught stealing. So now, Zener with nobody on and 2 outs. 0-1 on the way. Breaking ball downstairs, count 1-1. And you figure for Zener, it was more ascension to the mean after just the 152 average in June. I mean, this guy hit over 330 in 64 games at USC Upstate. 1-1 fastball high for ball 2.
Yeah, he was a very prolific on-base hitter at South Carolina Upstate and just found the adjustment within his swing to where he's been crushing the ball as of late.
On a 2-2, Zener knocks it in the air, deep center field. Back goes Guzman. Under the warning track, the ball just carried, and he makes the catch for the final out of the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. We're halfway through. 6-3 Harbor Hawks heading to the bottom of the 5th on the Harbor Hawks Baseball Network.
You can make any bat feel lighter by adding a velo puck knob. Instead of having to go get a whole entirely new bat, you can simply add the puck to it. Players can use this with any bat. It's basically going to shift the weight of the bat a little bit more towards the hands. Players are able to hit the ball a lot harder just by simply adding the puck on.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Bottom of the 5th inning from Veterans Field. The Harbor Hawks lead the Anglers 6-3 here on the Harbor Hawks Baseball Network. It was a 1-2-3 first inning in relief for Bruce Littleton. And this is a guy who's pitching as well as any. And he's going to go back for the top of the order. Timon Alfie, Bino Waters, and Junior Lewacki. This part of the Chatham lineup definitely going to want to get something across as it's getting to that middle part of the game, and the Anglers still trailing by 3.
Yeah, and the top of the order has struggled for them. Manalfi, Waters, and Lewacki are 0 for 5 with a walk combined through the first 2 innings. It's been the bottom of the order that has been doing the damage for the Anglers. So this would be the time to see those bats heat up a little bit, but it'll be a bit of a struggle with how well Bruce Littleton has been pitching.
Littleton has had back-to-back scoreless appearances. Coming off getting a win against Falmouth in a game that he exited early with an injury on the 14th. But Timon Alfie, the former Whitey Red Sox, and now the Chatham A playing in his second game for Dennis Cook to lead it off here in the last of the 5th inning. Chatham trails 6-3. Left on left. Manalfi in the disadvantage against Bruce Littleton. First pitch on the way. Manalfi shows to bunt, gets it down, but it'll roll foul third base way.
Bunting down the third base line can yield good results against a left-handed pitcher because they have to turn all the way around to make the throw over to first. And Manalfi definitely has the speed to beat a play like that out.
If you're going to bunt against a lefty, it's better to send it down the first baseline because the lefty falls off towards third base. 0-1 the count. Pitch on the way. A fastball inside. Almost got a piece of Manalfi as the count even 1-1. Manalfi, a guy with prototypical splits. Hit well over 300 against righties and 283 against lefties at Boston College this past spring. So he still hangs in there as the 1-1 bender to the front door. That's a nice pitch, 1-2.
Yeah, that pitch had Manalfi fooled. He squatted a little bit thinking that was going to be a fastball up and in, but it broke down and across the plate.
Chatham's had a leadoff base runner in 2 of 4 innings. As Littleton looks for his first strikeout. Lefty has his sign, kicks and fires. A breaking ball tapped in the air, left field. Henry Zener, the left fielder, calling and catching Bill the cap high for the first out of the bottom of the 5th inning.
It was the same pitch from Littleton, but he ran that one away from Manalfi, and that was a half-hearted swing there. He lunged at that one and barely got it off the end of the bat. Easy pop up to left.
1 out, nobody on. Bino Waters coming up to the plate. He walked and scored a run back in the 3rd inning. It's one of 2 free passes issued by the starter, Michael Mechna. Another left-on-left matchup as Littleton takes a breath, kicks, comes home, and a breaking ball that Brody Briggs behind the plate could not hang on to, but it's a called strike nonetheless. I got to say, Bruce Littleton's leg kick very much resembling Garrett Crochet. Would you agree with that?
Definitely Crochet-esque. Similar pitch mix as well.
0-1. Pitch on the way to Waters. It's a fastball right down El Centro. 0-2 as Littleton just pours him into the zone, and this is where he's at his best. So far, 18 pitches, 13 of those going for strikes.
Very efficient. I'm sure Mitch Carricker would love to see him work deep through this game.
On an 0-2, Waters swings and misses strike 3 as Littleton turns up the dial and blows the espresso by him for his first strikeout of the outing.
Yeah, Littleton was primarily used as a 1-inning reliever for Southern Miss. He made 13 appearances throughout 10 2/3 innings, so he averaged less than 1 inning per appearance. But length has been no issue for him on the Cape so far.
6-3 Harbor Hawks here in the bottom of the 5th inning. 2 outs, nobody on, and the big bad junior Milwaukee standing in. First pitch, he swings and taps it foul at the plate. I mean, this guy's hit the ball well over 100 miles an hour, both times up. Nothing to show for it, 0-2. His first at-bat, he lined out to right field at the wall. Jax Jimenez making the catch. And the second at-bat, in the 3rd, Henry Zener catching a screaming liner on topspin that still made it all the way to the warning track. 0-2 pitch. 0-1 pitch is a big breaking ball cut on and missed. Now it's 0-2.
Yeah, Milwaukee's a guy where the ball just jumps off his bat. It seems like everything he hits is hard. He homered the last time these two teams met in Hyannis.
Looking for back-to-back Ks. Pitch on the way. Fastball low. 1-2 as Milwaukee buys another pitch. Ever since he played Hyannis back on July 15th, this guy's been a different animal. He started the summer just 3 for 20, but has homered 3 times for the Anglers. He started that party against the Harbor Hawks in the 1st inning. 1-2 pitch, called strike 3 at the knees. Frozen pizza as Bruce Littleton works a 1-2-3 bottom of the 5th inning with 2 strikeouts. We'll head to the top of the 6th inning, 6-3 Harbor Hawks on the Harbor Hawks Baseball Network.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible.
There hasn't been a ton of training when it comes to bat speed or products for players to be able to train bat speed. You can improve your bat speed and reach your goals working 10 to 15 minutes a day on this a couple of times a week. That's a no-brainer for every player.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
We welcome you back to the Harbor Hawks Baseball Network now in the top of the 6th inning, and a new pitcher on the hill for Dennis Cook. It's Brady Coe, a rising junior out of Abilene Christian, but will be heading over to Houston this upcoming fall. Just added to the Chatham roster yesterday, in fact, so this is his first appearance of the Cape League summer. And you got to figure the group that you have on the field, on the mound, on a pitching staff, this is here for the home stretch now and will likely be down the rest of the way for the Anglers. And Leo Odom went in relief of the starter, Ranieri. 3 innings on 3 hits, 2 earned runs, 3 walks, and 3 strikeouts.
And let's take a look at what the word is on Brady Coe. In his sophomore year at Abilene Christian, made 17 appearances to an ERA of 5.34. He made 5 saves. He was very good in high leverage situations. He has some good command as well. 28 strikeouts to just 15 walks.
That's obviously going to be something refreshing for Dennis Cook and the Houston Cougars this upcoming fall. But in a game like this, kind of the right choice when you want to keep it clean. You're down 3 runs. You really can't afford to give up any free passes because of how hot the Harbor Hawks bats have been. They've really cashed in.
Yeah, and they've made Chatham pay for those 3 passes. Of the 3 walks that have been surrendered by Anglers pitchers, 2 of them have come around to score.
That'll bring up the white-hot Taylor Kirk. He's got 2 of the 4 hits with guys in scoring position, 2 RBI singles in the 2nd and 3rd innings. 6-3 Harbor Hawks lead the Chatham A's, top of the 6th inning. The new pitcher, Brady Coe, in relief of Leo Odom. First pitch on the way to Kirk, and it's a fastball outside, 1 ball, no strikes.
Kirk now is hitting 7 for 25 with runners in scoring position, 8 RBIs to show for it. He's been clutch.
Big swing and a miss on 1-0, and the count back even, 1-1. So he's got 14 hits on the season. 7 of those was scoring position opportunities. In scoring position opportunities. 1-1 fastball right over the outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes as Coe finds the zone consistently.
And he had 2 hits and 2 runs batted in. The last time these 2 teams met on the 15th in Hyannis.
Turned the page ever since the month of July began, and he taps the 1-2 pitch on the ground slowly to second base. Manalfi charges and stabs and throws in time for out number 1. So that'll bring up Brody Briggs, who's looking for his first hit since returning to the Harbor Hawks. Of course, this is just game 1 for Brody. 0 for 2 today. A clubhouse leader and a great presence behind the plate. We've already seen it in game 1. Been thrown, catching a runner, stealing. Caught 14 behind the dish last summer for the Harbor Hawks. First pitch on the way. It's a fastball just low and outside, 1-0.
And this guy is one of the more elite defensive catchers. He was 17th in defensive runs saved among all NCAA catchers at Arizona State.
1-0 pitch, fouled back to the screen. A big fastball and a big cut from Briggs. Really good ball player, but honestly an even better guy. I mean, his teammates always speak so highly of him. I feel like catchers are usually leaders, but it's ever so true for him. 1-1 is a fastball strike over the outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, catchers are the vocal leaders on the field, and they do a lot of the dirty work behind the plate. They command respect from all their teammates.
1 out, nobody on. Top of the 6th inning. 1-2 on the way, and Briggs swings, hits it a mile high in the air, left field. Junior Lewacki, the third baseman, overran it, and he'll make the catch, sprawling back in fair territory. Wow.
Yeah, he's lucky to make the catch there. Just reached back with that long right arm of his and made the catch. That was a tough play to make, and that ball was curling back fair. Briggs would have definitely been on at least second base if that fell.
So 2 quick outs for Brady Coe in relief of Odom, and that'll bring up the number 9 man, J.C. Davis. 0 for 2 with a strikeout, swinging back in the 4th inning. Did not start last time out against Orleans, but came in after Charlie Bates exited with an injury and had a big 2-run single. And he's swinging at the first pitch, gets nothing but air, 0-1.
Davis came up with a big hit last game against Orleans, a 2 RBI single in the 8th.
0-1 on the way, he swings and taps it on the ground up the middle. It's charged by Jack Bell. The shortstop throws from the second base side in time for the final out of the inning. A 1-2-3 top of the 6th for Brady Coe. 6-3 Harbor Hawks heading to the bottom half on the Harbor Hawks Baseball Network.
You can make any bat feel lighter by adding a velo puck knob. Instead of having to go get a whole entirely new bat, you can simply add the puck to it. Players can use this with any bat. It's basically going to shift the weight of the bat a little bit more towards the hands. Players are able to hit the ball a lot harder just by simply adding the puck on.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Bottom of the 6th inning, and what's new? Bruce Littleton back out on the mound. He's so far 6 up, 6 down with a pair of punch-outs in relief of the starter, Michael Mechna. He'll face the meat and bones of this Chatham offense, Ty Peoples, Tyler Howe, and Jack Bell. And this is a perfect matchup. You got 3 lefties trailing the Harbor Hawks 6-3.
Well, that was something that was a problem for Hyannis throughout the last week or so. They've had so many lefties on the roster. They've finally gotten some reinforcements with some right-handers as of late. Clay Thompson being one of those guys, but Chatham is now the team with 7 lefties in their starting lineup, 3 in a row right now. And Littleton has been shut down since entering in the 4th inning. 6 up, 6 down.
Number 1, Ty
Peoples 1 for 1 with a walk. He has not been retired tonight. He scored a run back in the 2nd inning. Came around on Eddie Marshall's RBI single. 3 straight lefties and conventionally an advantage. Although, as you mentioned, Quincy, Littleton's had more success against right-handed hitters this summer. And again, it is up to the guys' individual splits. First pitch on the way with a big leg kick and a first pitch swinging fastball. 0-1.
Littleton is just the perfect left-handed reliever. He has a powerful fastball and a big breaking slider. You don't really need much more than that.
On an 0-1, Peoples will take a fastball strike over the outside corner. 0-2.
And he just locates the heater so well. That one just on the outer edge, perfectly placed.
Littleton takes a breath on the mound, pitching exclusively out of the stretch. Still pausing. Now he comes home. Fastball tapped on the ground, fair down the first base line. It rolls into the corner. It's off to the races as Peoples rounding second. He wants 3. Jimenez gets it in. The relay from J.C. Davis. Not in time. A leadoff triple for Ty Peoples.
The right fielder, Jax Jimenez, was playing well towards the gap, and with Peoples hooking that one barely fair into the corner, Jimenez had a long way to run to track that ball down, and Peoples knew that. Straight out of the box, he was thinking 3, and he got there.
Tyler Howe standing in now. He's had a tough day at the dish. 0 for 2 with a pair of punch-outs. And Hyannis, the third baseman, playing even with the cut at third. Andrew Lamb, the other corner infielder, playing back. First pitch fastball from Littleton high. And we got to see how this affects Littleton, because he was just rolling, and sometimes hits take guys off their rhythm. And of course, when there's pressure, a base runner 90 feet away, that could also change the mindset for a pitcher. Big swing and a miss on the 0-1. It's actually 1-0, and the count level 1-1. Dancing down the third base line for Ty Peoples. 1-1, another check swing here, and he goes around 1-2.
Littleton going back to that slider down.
Littleton takes a breath on the hill. Now comes home with a 1-2 breaking ball. Outside, try to go back to the bender. It has been working against Howe. With the count back even.
It looked like Howe saw that pitch well. It wouldn't surprise me if Littleton tries to jam him inside with a fastball now.
It's the first triple of the year for Ty Peoples. Littleton pitching for a strikeout on 2-2, and he gets it. Howe down on strikes for the third time tonight, and a big first out of the last of the sixth inning.
And he did run that fastball inner edge, and Howe late on it. It's a big first out with that guy on third base still.
So Jack Bell standing in. He singled each of his first 2 times up, and he picked up a stake in the third inning. 6-3 Harbor Hawks over the Anglers in the bottom of the 6th with 1 out and a man 90 feet away. First pitch comes inside, 1-0. Went to a fastball there.
Littleton still working at an efficient pace. 28 pitches, 21 strikes.
Takes a breath on the mound. More dancing down the third base line, and the pitch is set on the ground softly to second base. It's backhanded by J.C. Davis against the grain in time for out number 2. Run scores in the back door as Chatham brings it back to a 2-run deficit. It's 6-4 Harbor Hawks.
That was a good play by Davis, ranging into the hole, making the sidearm throw on the run. But Bell does do a job as Peoples does cross from third. But now Littleton can just sort of relax. You got nobody on, 2 out. Still a 2-run lead. Just go attack the next guy.
That breaks up a 6 1/3 scoreless inning streak for Bruce Littleton. Eddie Marshall standing in, 2 outs, nobody on. 6-4 Harbor Hawks over the Anglers in the last of the 6th inning. Righty on lefty, lefty on righty. First pitch, breaking ball at the knees, 0-1. The first righty to see Littleton in this frame. Peoples, Howe, and Bell all swinging from the left side. Oh, 1 the count, and the pitch on the way is sent on the ground to shortstop. Taylor Kirk stabs it, bobbles it, throws to first, and still has just enough time to get Eddie Marshall. Before we head to the top of the 7th inning, we'll send it to the sidelines with Sam Guarini standing by.
Thanks, guys. After two days off this weekend, it looks like the Harbor Hawks came back refreshed because the bats were hot early tonight. Hyannis got on the board in the second when Henry Zener drove in Caden Miller with an RBI single. Later in the inning, Taylor Kirk lined a single to right field that scored Clay Thompson and Henry Zener, then stole second to keep the pressure on. The Hawks kept it rolling in the third as Jax Jimenez scored on a wild pitch, and both Zener and Kirk added an RBI single. That early offensive momentum has really helped Hyannis build a 6-3 lead as they look to close this one out over the final few innings. Thanks, and back to you guys.
Thanks, Sam. 7th inning set to start here from Veterans Field in Chatham. Hyannis leading the Anglers 6-4.
Hyannis Harbor Cruise for two. The Squire on Main Street's offering a $25 gift certificate. Cape Cod Canal Cruise for two. The Red Zone at 746 Main Street. Go to break.
You can make any bat feel lighter by adding a velo puck knob. Instead of having to go get a whole entirely new bat, you can simply add the puck to it. Players can use this with any bat. It's basically going to shift the weight of the bat a little bit more towards the hands. Players are able to hit the ball a lot harder just by simply adding the puck on.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
7th inning set to commence here from Veterans Field in Chatham. Harbor Hawks 6, Anglers 3. And it'll be the top of the Hyannis order due up to try and extend this lead. Hyannis, Jimenez, and Lamb set to hit against Brady Coe out for his second inning of relief for Chatham. The righty deals to the left-handed hitting bat Hyannis. First pitch fastball up in the zone, popped high in the air, out of play along the third base line.
Heading right to the merchandise table behind the broadcast booth here on the first base line at Veterans Field.
0-1 on Hyannis, and Coe back into his motion. Fastball looped in the air, shallow left. Coming in is Bino Waters, and it drops in front of him. Lamb singled in the third inning today. He's 1 for 3. 1-0 pitch on its way. Big swing and a miss on the upstairs breaking ball. Lamb even in the count at 1-1. Andrew Lamb now in the midst of a 4-game hit streak, which started on the 14th against Falmouth. He has home runs in back-to-back games. We'll see if he can make it 3. 1-1 on its way. Fastball misses outside.
That'd always be a nice streak to keep going. We haven't had really a prolific home run hitter on this team. A lot of guys have multiple, but nobody who, besides honestly Lamb, it feels like someone who, if he's going to hit the ball, it's going a long way.
2 home runs in 7 games for him. Here's the 2-1 pitch, up and in. The heater doesn't have the location from Brady Coe, and it's now 3-1. First base is open with 1 out. Caden Miller waits on deck. He's been an Angler killer so far this year. The last time he homered was against Chatham here at Veterans Field on the 27th during that game that ended after 6 innings due to a fog out. 3-1 on its way to Andrew Lamb, fouled straight back into the netting behind home plate, and the count runs full.
More Harbor Hawks filling the count here and providing a good fight. Coe approaching 20 pitches in his second inning of work.
Payoff coming to Lamb. Swing and a miss. Coe pumps the fastball by him. Back-to-back Ks after the leadoff single.
Locking it down now with runners in scoring position. Early in this game, the Harbor Hawks were 4 for 8 in at-bats with runners in scoring position. Chatham's toned that down while trying to work their way back into this one.
Caden Miller will hit from the left-handed side with a runner on second and 2 out. Here in the top of the 7th. First pitch, backdoor breaking ball at the belt, called strike 1.
Bit of a missed spot. Eddie Marshall, a lot of movement with the glove, still getting the call.
6-4 Harbor Hawks. Coe set at the belt. Looks back, Hyannis at second 2 times. Now the pitch to the plate. Miller smashes one into right field for a base hit. Hyannis will score, and Miller will take a big turn at first and stop. Throw comes back to first. Miller head first slide. He's back safely with an RBI single.
Well, timely hitting really hasn't been the Harbor Hawks' strong suit all season, but today and recently it's been a big boost. Really today, just adding on whenever there's a runner in scoring position, cashing in. Jeffrey Merzell at first base had a great save call on that as Caden Miller came diving back into the first base bag.
Hyannis now has 5 hits today with runners in scoring position. Pickoff over to first. Caden Miller is back with a head first dive. 7-4 Harbor Hawks, and Taylor Kirk will hit with a runner on first and 2 out. The pitch to the future UCLA Bruin. Fastball called strike 1. It's actually Clay Thompson at the plate. My apologies, everybody. They have a similar build. They're both really just fast guys that hit from the right-handed side.
I was shocked to see during the time I was off the air that Clay Thompson was thrown out.
He's quick. Really, really fast on the bases. Off for second, Caden Miller. Throw down by Eddie Marshall into center field, and Miller thought about going to third, but he puts the brakes on and stays at second with a stolen base. That's the 4th theft of the day for Hyannis.
The Harbor Hawks, it feels like a bit of maybe a 50-50 chance of, is this ball going to be on the money or is it going to be to center field?
Runner on second, 2 out. 1-1 count to Clay Thompson. Here's the pitch from Coe. Fastball up and away. Eddie Marshall had to jump out of the crouch to corral that one.
6 stolen bases now on the summer for Caden Miller. Just adding an element to his game.
There's no action in the Hyannis bullpen, so Bruce Littleton might be on for a 4th inning of work in the bottom half. 2-1 pitch on its way. Thompson skies one in the air. Shallow right field coming in and making a sliding catch. Cole Johnson to retire the side in the 7th. We stretch from Veterans Field, 7-4 Harbor Hawks.
Get ready for big results with our small machines. With more power, performance, comfort, and savings. They're ready for every job. And we're ready with plenty of inventory, the best support in the business, same-day parts availability, and locations across the Northeast. So you can always be ready to work. Milton Cat, always ready.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible.
Get ready for big results with our small machines. With more power, performance, comfort, and savings. They're ready for every job. And we're ready with plenty of inventory, the best support in the business, same-day parts availability, and locations across the Northeast. So you can always be ready to work. Milton Cat, always ready.
Bottom of the 7th inning, set to start here from Veterans Field. Harbor Hawks 7, Anglers 4. And Bruce Littleton is out for his 4th inning of work out of the bullpen.
This is one of those outings that you might work yourself into the starting rotation if you keep it up. Bruce Littleton threw 3 innings, 1 run allowed on 1 hit, 3 strikeouts, and most importantly for the Harbor Hawks pitching staff, no walks.
Cole Johnson will be the first task for Littleton here in the home half of the 7th. Johnson got hit by a pitch in the 2nd inning and flew out to right field in the 4th inning. Littleton, the 6'2", 225-pound lefty, comes set just above his belt to face the left-handed hitting Cole Johnson. Out of the stretch, first pitch on its way. Slider down and away for ball 1. Littleton is a big guy out there, an intimidating presence for especially left-handed hitters to face. (1-0) in pursuit to the plate. Another breaking ball. This one finds the zone for strike 1. In high school, in the state of Alabama, Littleton was a 2-sport star. Of course, he was great on the pitching mound, but he also had 100 yards as a tight end. (1-1). Fastball misses way upstairs. He was first team All-Alabama at tight end. I don't know if I'm saying, he actually had 1,000 yards, not 100. I totally messed that up.
Alabama7A.com Dream Team tight end.
That dream team, that is something for sure. 2-1 the count on Cole Johnson. Littleton to the plate. Fastball runs inside on Johnson. He had to jump out of the way of that one. And it's now 3-1 to the 8-hitter to lead off the 7th. Littleton set just above his belt. 3-1 offering on its way. Fastball down and in. It's a 5-pitch walk. And the leadoff man is on for Chatham, and there's some action in the Hyannis bullpen.
Braden Sharp getting loose. It would be another lefty for Hyannis.
That'll bring Armani Guzman up to the plate. The West Virginia Mountaineer also hits from the left-handed side. He has a runner on first base with nobody out in the 7th. Harbor Hawks control a 7-4 lead as nightfall has come over Veterans Field. First pitch from Bruce Littleton, breaking ball in the dirt, smothered by Brody Briggs. But Littleton is a guy who doesn't walk too many batters, but he has lost control a little bit here in the 7th inning.
Sharp getting quickly warmed up down the right field line.
1-0 pitch. Guzman shows a bunt, pulls it back. The pitch missed in the dirt again. And we'll see how much longer Littleton has, especially with the top of the order looming. Cole Johnson leads off of first base. Littleton looks at him and now deals. Bunt showed again by Guzman. This pitch called a strike. Seven runs on 9 hits, no errors for the Harbor Hawks. 4 runs on 5 hits, 1 error for the Anglers. Littleton, big deep breath, and now the offering. Check swing on another pitch in the dirt, appeal, and he did go. Jeff Merzel gives Armani Guzman the bad news.
I feel like we've seen an uptick in confirmed appeals from umpires positioned behind second base.
2-2 now. Littleton looking for the K. Here's the pitch. In the dirt again. Count runs full on Guzman, and this could be the last hitter we see from Bruce Littleton. Braden Sharp continues to fire pitches down there in the Hyannis bullpen. We haven't seen Bruce Littleton even go 3 innings on the Cape. This is now his 4th inning where he has lost some command. Before the payoff, a check over to first where Cole Johnson is back with a headfirst slide.
On that last pitch to the plate, Brody Briggs blocked it, and it was an easy block for him. One of those that goes unnoticed. Wall behind the plate.
Littleton. 3-2. Fastball called, strike three right down the middle, and Guzman is rung up.
Well, that'll keep you in this ball game. Fourth strikeout for Littleton out of the bullpen. And a big first out to prove he's still got some stuff with him in this fourth inning of work.
Here's Timon Alfie, the leadoff man, back to the plate for Chatham. He's 0 for 3 today. He's playing in just his second game with the Anglers after starting the summer with the YD Red Sox. Littleton's first offering. Front door breaking ball misses high. With YD, he hit just 178 throughout 20 games. And with how good the YD Red Sox have been, they had other players waiting and sent Manolfi off the team. Chatham picked him up. Fastball just misses inside, and the count's 2-0 on the Chatham second baseman. Manolfi was purely a contact hitter at Boston College during his sophomore campaign. He hit .323, but only had 2 home runs. The lefty faces the lefty. Littleton 2-0 on the way. Fastball outer edge, called strike one.
Originally an A10 product from Dayton in his freshman season before heading to the NECBL with the Keene Swamp Bats in last summer's campaign. .383 batting average there.
2-1. Another fastball, another called strike. 2-2. With those Keene Swamp Bats, he really impressed. 44 hits and 115 at bats. Was averaging almost 3 hits every 2 games. Littleton looking for his 5th strikeout. 2-2 on its way. Breaking ball fouled away down the third base side as Manolfi just reached for that one and was able to spoil it away. 7-4 Harbor Hawks, runner on first base, 1 out in the bottom half of the 7th here from Veterans Field in Chatham. Solid lead for Cole Johnson at first base. Littleton out of the stretch, 2-2 pitch, grounded to second base. J.C. Davis didn't field it. It was Taylor Kirk who comes over and throws it away up the first base side. And everybody's safe. Runners on the corners with 1 out here.
That has to be a bit frustrating for J.C. Davis. He thought he was there and was ready to flip on the second base. Kirk pushed the issue and ends up the baseline with nobody out.
So now Bino Waters will step in as the tying run. That last play ruled in error by Taylor Kirk. Waters, the LSU Tiger, will work lefty on lefty against the Southern Miss Golden Eagle, Bruce Littleton. First offering on its way. Fastball at the knees, called strike one.
Some more frustration on the side of Littleton as well. Nearly had a double play ball and out of the inning.
Braden Sharp continues to fire in the Hyannis bullpen. 0-1 on its way for Bruce Littleton. Runner goes for second. Pitch swung on and lifted to shallow left. Coming in Zener. He can't get there. It drops in for a base hit. Scoring from third, Cole Johnson. And Chatham continues to chip away from this Hyannis lead. It's now 7-5.
Continue to chip away, but this is where those insurance runs that Hyannis has been tacking on add up here, especially that last one in the top of the 7th to bring it back to a 3-run lead.
Mitch Carricker out of the Hyannis bullpen. It looks like that'll be it for Bruce Littleton. Braden Sharp will almost certainly take over duties on the mound with runners on first and second, 1 out. In the bottom of the 7th, Harbor Hawks 5, Harbor Hawks 7, Anglers 5 as we step aside here on the Harbor Hawks Baseball Network.
When it comes to delicious food, the best place to start is with great appliances. And Cam Appliances is your one-stop shop for any budget with brands like Thermador, Viking, Bosch, GE, and so much more. Cam Appliances, sales, delivery, installation, and service in the heart of your home with locations in Hyannis, Nantucket, and Hanover.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Braden Sharp out of the bullpen to relieve Bruce Littleton here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Harbor Hawks still controlling a 2-run lead, 7-5 over the Chatham Anglers. Bruce Littleton pitched 3 strong innings out of relief, but in his 4th frame, he ran into quite a bit of trouble.
Just a bit asking for trouble. Every inning you send him back out there, it's more pitches that the Chatham order has seen out of his hand, and eventually they'll get after it, and that's what happened here in the 7th. Didn't help out with an error from Taylor Kirk, but Braden Sharp on for his 8th appearance of the summer. His ERA at 3.77. Just been working it down recently, especially as he's been very good out of the bullpen. His last time out picked up the win in 2 innings with 1 hit allowed, no runs, on 2 walks and a strikeout.
His last time out was against these Chatham Anglers in Hyannis on the 15th of July. Sharp has yet to give up a run in the month of July. He's pitched in 3 games against Orleans, Scituate, and Chatham. And 3 consecutive scoreless outings. And we know he has worked late into games, deep into outings as well. This could be his game to finish, although Hyannis does have a lot of pitchers available today after 2 days off with the All-Star break. And Junior Lawaki will lead things off for Chatham. Not the guy you want to see at the plate if you're a Hyannis fan. This guy has been crushing the ball as of late. First pitch from Sharp, grounded over to third. This could be 2. Gloved by Hyannis. Step to the bag for 1. Throw across the diamond. Takes Andrew Lamb off the base, so Lawaki safe, but Hyannis does get the lead runner.
That was going to be the biggest challenge of his relief outing, coming in this spot against a player like Junior Lawaki. And that was the worst contact he's had so far.
To keep up Braden Sharp's impressive stat, he's now 16 for 16 with getting the first out of an inning he comes in. 2 on, 2 out. Ty Peoples at the plate, lefty on lefty. First pitch, fastball misses just outside. Peoples has had the hot hand today. 2 for 2 with a walk. He tripled in the 6th. He has scored twice today. First time he's seen Braden Sharp, 1-0 pitch. Fastball runs inside, but called a strike on the inner edge. 7-5 Harbor Hawks. Runners on first and second, 2 out. Bottom of the 7th. Sharp to the plate. Breaking ball swung on and missed. Peoples way ahead of that pitch that ended up in the dirt.
Sharp's come out of the bullpen with full command here, especially of that breaking ball on that last pitch, getting the swing and miss.
Sharp looking to dance out of trouble here in the Chatham night. 1-2 on its way. Big breaking ball misses high. The Angler faithful start to make some noise, clap their hands, and stomp their feet. 2-2. Sharp. And Peoples stays alive. He fouls the fastball straight back behind home plate.
Biggest moment of the ball game. Go ahead run at the plate.
Sharp looking to leave 2 runners on base. 2-2. Fastball outer edge called strike 3. Peoples can't believe it. He has some words for J.C. Fernandez, but it won't change the umpire's mind as we head to the 8th inning. Still 7-5 Harbor Hawks.
This will be your college. This will be your home. This is where you will join a community that supports you, cares about you, pushes you, cheers you on, challenges you, inspires you, helps you reach your dreams. Open your eyes to opportunity and your mind to possibility. Your future begins here.
Make a difference.
Leave your mark.
Break the mold.
Be a leader.
Achieve unimagined heights.
Believe in yourself.
Make lifelong friends.
This is your time.
Your place.
Your home. Your Dean.
It all starts here at Dean College.
Eighth inning set to start here from Veterans Field in Chatham. Harbor Hawks 7, Anglers 5. And Brady Coe for Chatham is back out there for his 3rd inning of work.
He's been able to put up a couple zeros, or 1-0, and allowed a run the last inning. The Harbor Hawks have done a good job of answering back whenever Chatham's had some noise offensively, keeping this away from just a one-run game.
Henry Zener, Taylor Kirk, and Brody Briggs will hit in the 8th. 6, 7, and 8 in the Harbor Hawk order. Zener 2 for 3 today with 2 RBI singles, 1 in the 2nd inning, 1 in the 3rd inning. Hyannis jumped out to an early 6-2 lead here from Veterans Field, but Chatham has chipped away ever since. The left-handed hitting Zener will face the right-handed pitching Brady Coe. First pitch breaking ball misses outside. Since July has come to the Cape Cod Baseball League, Henry Zener has been red hot. He's hitting over 300 and slugging over 400. 1-0 pitch misses down and away. Zener ahead 2-0. He had a 6-game hitting streak that ended last time out in Orleans. But he has started a new hitting streak with the 2 hits today. 2-0 pitch runs up and in, and Zener ahead 3-0. In that game against Orleans, he did draw a walk. So he is rocking an 8-game on-base streak. 3-0 pitch. Taking all the way, Henry Zener watches a fastball go for strike 1.
Been a lot of 3-0 takes here.
3-1. Coe back into the windup. Fastball fouled straight back into the netting behind home plate. And the count runs full on Zener.
Harbor Hawks have to be happy with Henry Zener and Taylor Kirk batting 6th and 7th and both having a multi-hit game already. 2 RBIs apiece.
Hyannis has gotten a lot of production from the bottom of the order. Payoff pitch upcoming. Here it is. Zener pops one foul again. This one down the third base side. And he's staying alive right now. (7-5) the lead for Hyannis here in the top of the 8th inning from Veterans Field. Coe looking to end this battle. Zener keeps it going with another foul ball down the third base side. The fans who have stuck around here at Veterans Field continue to make some noise in support of their Anglers. 3-2 again from Brady Coe. Up and in. Zener ducks out of the way of the pitch, and he's on with a leadoff walk.
Brady Coe over 30 pitches now, and that's a long at-bat to finish off with a walk. 8 pitches seen by Henry Zener to lead off the inning.
That'll bring Taylor Kirk to the plate. Like Henry Zener, he's 2 for 3 with 2 RBI singles. He'll hit from the right-handed side against the right-handed pitching Brady Coe. First offering. Fastball outside, ball 1. Kirk has picked it up in the power categories since July. A triple and a double for him. This one crushed down the right field line, opposite field. It slices out of play. Henry Zener was off to the races. He was halfway between second and third by the time that ball landed foul.
I already saw it one time today with a triple to the corner from Ty Peoples.
One on Kirk. The Long Beach, California native will be transferring to UCLA this upcoming spring. 1-1 on its way. Fastball called, strike 2. Zener bluffed a steal at first base, and the catcher, Eddie Marshall, leaped out of his crouch to sort of say, hey, don't run on me. I'm serious about throwing guys out. He's already thrown 2 Harbor Hawks out at second base today. 1-2 count. Brady Coe looking for the K, and he has it. Kirk waves at a fastball up in the zone. 1 gone here in the 8th.
Just blew it by him at 91 miles per hour. Third strikeout out of the bullpen for Coe.
Brody Briggs now digs in. A familiar face for any Hyannis fans from last year. Briggs played in 21 games for the Harbor Hawks behind the dish. On the left, he digs in. First pitch. Grounded over to first base. Gloved by Tyler Howe. He'll take the easy out at first base as Zener gets to second. So now the 9-hitter, J.C. Davis, will dig in with a runner on second. And 2 out here on the top of the 8th inning from Veterans Field. 7-5 Hyannis. Davis 0 for 3 today with a strikeout and 2 groundouts to short. Coe deals. Fastball called strike 1. A 1. Davis tips one into the mitt of Eddie Marshall behind the plate, and it's now 0-2.
Strikeout earlier today for J.C. Davis. Not too bad this season, just 4 entering the game across 9 games played.
0-2, swing and a miss. Davis down on strikes for the second time today. 4th K for Brady Coe in his relief appearance. He strands a runner on second. 7-5 Harbor Hawks as we head to the bottom of the 8th.
You can make any bat feel lighter by adding a velo puck knob. Instead of having to go get a whole entirely new bat, you can simply add the puck to it. Players can use this with any bat. It's basically going to shift the weight of the bat a little bit more towards the hands. Players are able to hit the ball a lot harder just by simply adding the puck on.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Bottom of the 8th. Just about ready to get underway here from Veterans Field in Chatham. The Harbor Hawks still control a 7-5 lead. Let's look at some scores around the Cape, brought to you by the Massachusetts Office of Travel and Tourism. The Wareham Gatemen took down the Harwich Mariners 9-3. The Bourne Braves took down the Orleans Firebirds 7-2. Brewster with a 7-5 win in comeback fashion. They take down the Falmouth Commodores in 10 innings. And YD over the Cotuit Kettleers 4-0. Hyannis will begin a 3-game set against the Bourne Braves this week. They only trail Bourne by 5 points in the West Division, so it would be in Hyannis' best interest to close out this win to keep pace with the Braves. As we'll see a pinch hitter to lead things off for Chatham, it's Jamie Palmise digging in to relieve Tyler Howe. Braden Sharp on the mound for his first complete inning of work. He took over duties in the 7th inning with runners on first and second, got out of it with a ground out and a strikeout. But Chatham wants to go to the bench and get the favorable righty-lefty matchup here with time winding down for a comeback. Palmise just finished up his junior year at East Tennessee State. First pitch to him, fastball misses down and in for ball 1. At East Tennessee State, Palmise hit .335. He's a prolific on-base hitter. First pitch to him, chopped foul. Second pitch to him. One count on Palmise. Sharp to the plate out of the stretch. Fastball up and away. Two-one as Sharp continues to work quickly. Fastball strike 2.
Palmise was the leadoff hitter against the Harbor Hawks back on Wednesday. Started things off with a single and a stolen base in the top of the first.
2-2. Bounces before it can get to the plate. Palmise runs the count full.
Working a good battle off the bench here.
Sharp looking to not lose the Chatham leadoff man. 3-2. Fastball lined into center field, racing over and making the catch, Clay Thompson. Caught it belt high on the run. An impressive catch from the speedy center fielder. First out.
Great range from Clay Thompson and a big first out on the full count. And there you go with Braden Sharp another time getting the leadoff man in an inning.
There's Jack Bell. He'll hit lefty on lefty against Braden Sharp. First pitch to him. Breaking ball catches the outer edge for strike 1. A 1. Sharp to the plate. Another one skips well in front of home plate in the dirt. We've seen Braden Sharp not walk too many batters as of late. He's only walked 2 batters in his last 3 outings, but a couple of bad misses here. 1-1. Swing and a miss. Jack Bell late on the heater up. And it's 1-2. Chatham has just 5 outs to work with to try to make this comeback. 1-2 pitch from Braden Sharp. Again, bounces in the dirt. Brody Briggs gets dirty and blocks it. 2-2 now. Jack Bell, 2 for 3 today, 2 singles in the second and third innings. 2-2 pitch. Fastball down and away. Brody Briggs nods in approval to Braden Sharp. He liked that location, just couldn't quite get the strike call.
Good idea, but another count running full here.
3-2 pitch. Fastball outer edge called. Strike 3. Second strikeout looking for Braden Sharp out of the pen. He's retired 4 in a row. And there's now 2 gone in the 8th.
Just a great spot. Got to wonder, a lot of these Chatham hitters on 2-strike counts and especially full counts are ready to keep the at-bat going or take their walk to first and have been confused a bit.
First pitch to the catcher, Eddie Marshall. Fastball swung through. Strike 1. Eddie Marshall wearing number 65 this season for the Anglers. You don't see too many guys with that high of a number. 0-1 pitch from Sharp. Fastball down Broadway. Strike 2. He's looking solid right now.
I don't think 65 is the first pick for many when it comes to choosing a jersey number.
Sharp again, lightning quick pace 0-2 pitch. Lined in the air, shallow center. Thompson slipped on the wet grass out there and couldn't quite make the play running in. It's a 2-out single for Marshall.
There's been a lot of looping liners dying out in front of outfielders tonight. Another one here for Eddie Marshall.
Tying run, steps to the plate. Cole Johnson will work lefty on lefty against Braden Sharp. A home run would tie this ball game. Johnson has yet to homer on the Cape. First pitch from Sharp, breaking ball, bounces in the dirt. We've seen a couple of bad misses here from Sharp. Normally he's pretty accurate, missing close to the zone, but a couple of pitches here have just fallen in pretty short. 1-0. Another one in the dirt again. Slider down and away. 2-0 the count on Johnson.
Still no real movement in the Harbor Hawks bullpen despite availability.
2-0. No lead at first for Marshall. He's only got a couple steps out there. 2-0 pitch. Beneath the zone. That fastball was competitive, but J.C. Fernandez doesn't give Sharp the call, and it's 3-0. If Johnson would reach, Armani Guzman would step to the plate as the go-ahead run. 3-0, fastball inside. Johnson to first base, Marshall to second base. And now the pressure really builds for this next at-bat with 2 out.
It's the go-ahead run at the plate. You have Truett Webb available today.
And somebody is starting to get loose in the Hyannis bullpen. Brody Briggs, the Hyannis catcher, has walked out to talk to Braden Sharp and sort of give him some words of encouragement. Sharp does have the lefty-on-lefty matchup against Armani Guzman. This past year at West Virginia, Guzman played in all 64 games throughout West Virginia's run to Omaha, and he hit .321 during that season.
And it is Truett Webb starting to get loose.
First pitch to Guzman, breaking ball misses outside. Guzman teammates with Harbor Hawks third baseman today, Matt Einish. Both those guys were everyday starters for that terrific West Virginia Mountaineers squad. 1-0. Sharp to the plate. Fastball misses down and in. And he has really struggled with command after getting the first 2 outs of this 8th inning. Sharp has now thrown 28 pitches, only 14 of them have been strikes. 2-0, go-ahead run at the plate, Armani Guzman. 2-0 pitch, upstairs, 3-0.
Auto take here from Guzman. The lineup ready to flip over. Not much time to waste for the Harbor Hawks.
Timon Olfey, the next guy due up for Chatham, the leadoff man. And here's the 3-0, fastball right down the middle. Guzman thought he had ball 4. He was looking to flip the bat over to the dugout.
Are they being told to just act like every 3-0 pitch or 3-ball pitch is going to miss? That one was right there.
3-1, runners on first and second, 2 out, 7-5 Harbor Hawks, bottom of the 8th. Sharp to the plate, swung on and missed by Guzman. Fastball at 92, he was late on it. Both runners will have a head start. Eddie Marshall at second, Cole Johnson at first. 3-2 the count on Armani Guzman. Sharp looking to shut down the 8th. Out of the stretch, here's the pitch. Fastball down and away, ball 4. Guzman now reaches as the go-ahead run, and the bases will be loaded for Timon Olfey.
2 away here, force at any base. And Olfey trying to make some quick friends with his new team.
Timon Olfey spent the first 20 games of his Cape League summer with the YD Red Sox, where he really struggled, got released, picked up by Chatham, and this is the biggest spot he has been in with the Anglers. First pitch from Sharp, right down the middle for strike 1. Bases loaded, 2 out, bottom of the 8th. Harbor Hawks control a 7-5 lead over the Chatham Anglers. Braden Sharp out of the stretch. 0-1, misses downstairs. Sharp went to the changeup that time, but he couldn't find the location.
Wolfie had an infield single, but it nearly looked like a play could have been made his last time up.
1-1 pitch on its way. Front hit, breaking ball taken beneath the zone by Manolfi.
Control's been an issue. Just let him hit it at this point. Especially don't want to walk in a run.
The Boston College Eagle back into the box, 2-1 from Sharp. This breaking ball finds the zone at the letters, strike 2. 2-2, 2 outs, bases loaded. Chatham trailing Hyannis by 2 runs. And that tying run sits in scoring position 180 feet away. Sharp looking to at long last get out of the 8th. 2-2 pitch. Chopped slowly on the ground, second base. J.C. Davis gloves it, whips the throw over to first in time. Chatham leaves the bases loaded, and Hyannis still has a 2-run lead as we head to the top of the 9th. Here from Veterans Field.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group. Protecting the possible.
There hasn't been a ton of training when it comes to bat speed or products for players to be able to train bat speed. You can improve your bat speed and reach your goals working 10 to 15 minutes a day on this a couple of times a week. That's a no-brainer for every player.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
Time for the 9th inning here from Veterans Field in Chatham. Harbor Hawks 7, Anglers 5. Wyatt Neto takes the mound for the Anglers, looking to keep the deficit at 2 for his squad in the bottom half of the 9th.
Neto with a 5-pitch mix, making his 6th appearance on the summer. So far, 6 1/3 innings to a 9.95 ERA. Coming off of a freshman season at Vanderbilt with 15 appearances and 9 starts to a 5.85 ERA.
Now pitching for Chatham from Vanderbilt.
Hyannis is in a very hotly contested divisional race with the Bourne Braves. They've been within striking range of Bourne throughout this entire season. Earlier today, the Braves took down the Orleans Firebirds 7-2. So Hyannis is looking to close out this win and really keep pace with Bourne before tomorrow's matchup, where they will host the Braves at McKeon Park. It's a big week upcoming for Hyannis. They play the Braves 3 times. And it seems like every time Hyannis wins, Bourne also finds a way to get a win. And every time the Braves fall, Hyannis has also fallen and failed to catch up some ground. But the division most likely will be decided this upcoming week.
Yeah, with all the trading wins and losses seemingly at the same time, it stayed a 5-point gap between the teams, and Hyannis has the chance to take it into their own hands. Probably the last chance to at least control their own destiny when it comes to the top of the division.
Well, they have business to take care of right now in Chatham. Top of the order due up to face Wyatt Neto, Matt Einish, Jax Jimenez, and Andrew Lamb. They will all hit from the left-handed side against the right-handed reliever. First offering from Neto. Fastball, inner edge, called strike 1 against Matt Einish.
Fastball, slider, curve, changeup, and sinker. Neto works on the mound.
Into the windup, 0-1 offering. Einish grounds it sharply over to second base, gloved by Manolfi on the high hop, and he'll whip a sidearm throw over to first. It beats Einish by a step. 1 gone here in the top of the 9th.
Took a second to get out of his glove. Still retiring Einish for the first out.
Here's Jimenez up to the plate. He had the big hit the last time these two teams played in Hyannis. A go-ahead 2-run home run in the 8th inning. A lead Hyannis eventually held on to. First offering from Neto upstairs with the fastball. Chatham took the first 2 matchups of this season series, but Hyannis took the third. 1-0 on its way. Fastball belt buckle high, and Jimenez watches it go. 1-1 the count now. The only time these two teams played here at Chatham, the Anglers won after 6 innings due to a fog out. 1-1 grounded foul off the facing of the first base dugout where Hyannis is stationed tonight. 1-2 on Jimenez.
Trying to think if there's any teams that claim the first base dugout as their home dugout.
1-2 pitch to Jimenez. Swing and a miss, but the ball kicks up high in the air off the chest protector of Eddie Marshall, and Jimenez will reach easily after the drop third strike. That pitch was in the dirt, but it bounced up and ricocheted sharply off of Eddie Marshall. It was high off the netting behind home plate, and that's a bit of a lucky break here for Hyannis. They'll have a runner on first base with 1 out as they look for insurance here in the top of the 9th. 7-5 the lead over the Anglers. And here's Andrew Lamb.
The right guy on first base, and Jimenez.
He might be stealing, and there he goes. Off for second. Throw down by Eddie Marshall. It was a good pitch for him to throw on, and Jimenez is out at second base. Fastball above the zone. Marshall leaped out of the crouch and sent a laser down to second base. And Jimenez has a long walk back to the dugout.
Marshall, again, it's either perfect throw and he's getting the runner caught stealing, or it's into center field, and this time right on the money once again.
1-0. Big swing and a miss by Andrew Lamb. Slider down and away, and it had the USC Trojan fooled. 4 stolen bases tonight for Hyannis. They've now been caught 3 times. 1-1 on its way from Wyatt Neto, and Andrew Lamb took a big cut at that pitch. Another breaking ball beneath the zone. 1-2. Wyatt Neto working at a lightning quick pace right now. Already back into his motion. 1-2 pitch. Chopped foul right behind home plate by Lamb, and he'll stay alive.
The Harbor Hawks have been caught stealing 3 times, but not in the worst of spots. It seems like earlier in the year there's been some times where you kind of question, why would you go there and risk it? Here they've picked their spots well.
1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Andrew Lamb got elevated that time and chased a fastball well above the zone. 2 strikeouts in 1 inning of relief for Wyatt Neto. We head to the 9th inning, bottom half, 7-5 Harbor Hawks on THHBN, the Harbor Hawks Baseball Network.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible.
Hasn't been a ton of training when it comes to bat speed or products for players to be able to train bat speed. You can improve your bat speed and reach your goals working 10 to 15 minutes a day on this a couple of times a week. That's a no-brainer for every player.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
Bottom of the 9th inning here from Veterans Field in Chatham. The Harbor Hawks control a 7-5 lead over the Anglers, and Truett Webb has made his way out of the bullpen to close this 9th inning. And Charlie, if you need a save, this is the guy you go to. Truett Webb has made a save in his last 4 outings for Hyannis, dating back to July 24th.
Just been lights out, and a lot of times he's done it in multiple innings. Here he'll only be asked for 3 outs, which is the second time he'll be looking for a 3-out save. Of the 4 saves he's had, 3 innings, 3rd innings, 2 innings, outside of that first save, which was the 1-inning save on the 24th of June.
The sophomore from Southeast Louisiana will face the heart of the Angler order: Bino Waters, Junior Milwaukee, and Ty Peoples, 2, 3, and 4. First pitch on its way from Truett Webb. Big breaking ball comes over the plate for strike 1 against the lefty.
Just don't give Junior Milwaukee the opportunity to tie this game in that at-bat.
0-1. Fastball swung on and missed. Waters well late on that pitch, and Webb quickly working ahead 0-2.
Doesn't really look like Truett Webb has any plans on letting him have a chance to tie the game either.
0-2 on its way. Grounded sharply to third base and threw into left field for a base hit. Back-to-back at-bats with a single for Bino Waters. And now Junior Milwaukee will step to the plate as the tying run.
Great job with 2 strikes going to the opposite field. And Junior Milwaukee once again up in a big spot.
Truett Webb has been shut down against right-handed hitters. They're just 3 for 29 against him this summer. First offering to Milwaukee, fastball inner half, called strike 1. Milwaukee has come up clutch this season. Last home game for Chatham, he hit a walk-off home run against the Bourne Braves. We know he's a threat at the plate. 0-1 on its way, bounces and it gets to the backstop. Bino Waters strolls into second base. We really haven't seen Truett Webb struggle with command at all this summer. He's only walked 4 batters in 7 games. And he hasn't walked a batter in his last 5 appearances.
That's the first wild pitch of the game for Hyannis.
1-1. Milwaukee takes a changeup right down the middle for strike 2. I don't think he expected that pitch coming. 1-2. Webb looking for a big strikeout against a big hitter. 1-2 on its way. Chops slowly up the third base line. Webb off the mound. Throw on the run. Takes Andrew Lamb off the base at first. Milwaukee reaches.
It was a great effort from Truett Webb. And honestly, not too much damage done compared to that at-bat continues and perhaps a walk. You give him first base, and now it's no advance from second base for Bino Waters.
Runners on first and second with nobody out, and Ty Peoples will dig in from the left-handed side as the winning run. This is the second straight game where Hyannis has seen the winning run come to the plate in the 9th inning. First pitch, fastball down and in to Peoples, 1-0. We saw Orleans load the bases last time out with Hyannis leading by 2, but Van Froling got out of that jam. Truett Webb looking to do the same. 1-0 misses upstairs, and Peoples in a big 2-0 hitters count.
Webb is searching here. Now with Peoples ready to hit and a hitter's count coming off of a triple earlier today.
2-0 on its way upstairs again. Truett Webb is missing the zone right now, which is uncharacteristic for him. He's been so terrific in the location department on the mound. But now he's in danger of loading the bases with nobody out. 3-0 pitch. That fastball finds the zone to at least get Webb sort of back in this count. It's now 3-1.
The Hawks left the bases loaded last inning.
3-1 pitch, swung on and missed. Ty Peoples took a big cut at that breaking ball, but found himself out ahead. Runners on first and second, full count, nobody out. 7-5 Harbor Hawks in the bottom of the ninth. Truett Webb deals, fastball misses outside. Bases loaded, nobody out.
Most of the time, this is where you expect to at least score one run. The Harbor Hawks can allow them to score two and keep this game going. That might be ideal at this point with nobody out.
So now Chatham will bring another pinch hitter to the plate. It's the third guy to hit out of the 5 spot today, Harlan Hovatter. He'll go lefty on righty against Truett Webb.
Make sure Collins, he tied. Wyatt still in.
Hovatter hit 3 home runs during his sophomore year with Meridian Community College. First pitch from Webb, up and away. He has now thrown 15 pitches, only 8 of them have been for strikes. Here's another pitch, 1-0, fouled straight back into the netting. 1-1. Tying run on second base, winning run on first base. Nobody out in the bottom of the ninth. Truett Webb looking to dance out of grave danger. Swing and a miss, breaking ball. Outer edge, Hovatter ahead on it. 2-1, or 1-2 now. The Chatham fans, the ones who have stuck around here at Veterans Field, make some noise. 1-2 on its way. Grounded over to first base. Gloved by Caden Miller. He'll come to the plate. Force out is made. Relay back to first. Not in time. Hovatter beats it out, but Hyannis does cut down the lead runner.
Big first out. Truett Webb got a ground ball out of Hovatter. Left it up to Andrew Lamb, and the Harbor Hawks nearly had 2.
It is Andrew Lamb at first base, not Caden Miller. My apologies. And here's Jack Bell. He'll hit with the bases loaded and 1 out, bottom of the ninth. Truett Webb looking for his 5th save. Initial offering, fastball outside to Jack Bell. 1-0 the count. Webb continues to work very quickly on the mound, barely taking any time between pitches. 1-0. Backdoor breaking ball finds the zone for strike 1.
Truett Webb just trying to force himself back into the groove that he's had all season, really, up until this point.
Jack Bell playing in just his 2nd game on the Cape. 1-1. Swung through late on the fastball. 1-2 count as Truett Webb has started to dial it back into the zone. Bell 2 for 4 today with 2 singles early in this one. 1-2 pitch. Fastball misses just outside, but the catcher, Brody Briggs, nods to his pitcher. He liked the location.
Good spot there on 1 and 2.
Webb taking his time right now, getting the pitch from the PitchCom device. He shook it off twice. He didn't like it. And now Brody Briggs will call time and talk to his pitcher, and Mitch Carricker, the Hyannis manager, will join the conversation. And as will the rest of the infield.
Mitch Carricker likely has been calling this game on PitchCom like he has most of the season. So he should definitely be involved, especially at this point. You don't need to hold on to this mound visit. Talk it over and figure out what Truett Webb wants in this spot and what Coach Mitch Carricker wants in this spot. Get on the same page for some big pitches coming up.
Hyannis looking to dance out of danger for the 2nd straight game. This almost feels like deja vu from that Orleans game 3 days ago, where Hyannis had the lead by 2 runs going into the 9th, and then Orleans loaded the bases. Meeting over. Webb back set. 2-2 the count. Bases loaded, 1 out. Here's the offering. Grounded over to second base. J.C. Davis scoops it, tags the runner for 1. Throw to first. It's over. Hyannis wins 7-5 as J.C. Davis turns the double play.
got the heart attack Harbor Hawks these past 2 games. But it's good to be on the winning side both times. Hyannis takes another big win over an East opponent, continuing to make their way up these West standings and stay in the spot to compete against Bourne coming up in this final week.
Truett Webb didn't make it easy on himself, but he has 5 consecutive saves. That's the most saves in the Cape Cod Baseball League. He's the guy to get it done, and Hyannis evens the season series with Chatham at a game apiece. 2 games apiece. We thank you for listening throughout all 9 innings. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. For Max Schwartzberg and Charlie Adams, our producers Hope Nolan and James Kluggish, my name is Quincy Bell. Harbor Hawks win, and they take on Bourne tomorrow to battle for the division lead.